welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Kee. We are live for the first pre-season friendly that we're covering on this channel, the very, very first one. Rangers against Club Brugge from Ibrox. Really interesting to see. Rangers have made quite a few signings in the last couple of days, I believe, one of which is Thilo Asgard from Wigan. I'm not entirely sure what the lineups are yet. We'll go through them shortly. I want to get your thoughts on it. I want to get your thoughts on Rangers' season upcoming. You know, it feels like a pivotal season for them. Not a great year last year for them. It's all change, isn't it, really, at Rangers? So, really looking forward to hearing from you guys and what you're thinking. Let me know your thoughts as we go through the season. As we go through the game. And yeah, a massive, massive thank you to everyone that's tuned in, that's watching, that's following, that's subscribing. Big, big thank you to everyone that has. And before we do get stuck in, I do just want to say a big, big thank you to our sponsors on the channel, Match Bingo. Match Bingo, continuing to sponsor every single Premier League Dad live. If you haven't yet, go and download the Match Bingo app. You can do so via scanning the QR code, which is on screen. In just a moment, it'll be on screen. Or you can click the link in my description. You can go and download the Match Bingo app, get it on your phone, and once you've downloaded it to your phone, you can go and get a bingo card. I don't think you can get a bingo card for this game, very, very sadly, but you can get a bingo card for several of the games coming up. They've also got the cricket on there now. The tennis is coming up very soon. Match Bingo is it's an innovative combination of everything that we love about a bet on the football and everything that we love about a game of bingo. All the fun and excitement of a game of bingo. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit fun. It's a little bit exciting. Go and check it out. You can win up to 250 quid. And you can buy a bingo card for a couple of quid. If you go and download the app and you do decide to deposit, once you've checked the app out, you do decide to deposit on my link. If you deposit £5, you get £10 free, right? £10 free. Can't say fairer than that. Go and check it out. And you'll be supporting the channel. Big, big thank you to everyone that has already done that. And a massive thank you again to Match Bingo for continuing to support Premier League Dad. And with that said, let's get stuck into our today's live. What else do we need to be talking about today? It feels like we've had loads of stuff happen in the last 24 hours that we've maybe not covered off. Right, how can I get, I don't know how I get that widget back. I'm trying to get the widget. It always makes me laugh, that word. Right, hang on a second. I can see the chat's already coming in. Good to see everyone. Pure Loyalist, sorry not been in for a bit, Key. Been in hospital for 8 days. Had problems with breathing once again, all sorted now. Just taking things slowly, but all the best, mate. Bloody hell, Pure Loyalist. I'm really sorry to hear that, mate. I'm really, really sorry to hear that. That's awful news. I hope you're feeling better. That's dreadful. That's crap, yeah, mate. I'm really sorry to hear that. Key, I noticed your video is on Billy Moore's channel. He's some guy, speak to him regularly. Billy Moore? Billy Moore's put me on? My video's on Billy Moore's channel? No way. I don't believe that for 1 second. Am I seriously on Billy Moore's channel? No, I don't believe that. Tolga, how's it going, Tolga? Good to see you. You've got, I think, Hamstad's and AIK Solna today, 2-2. Okay, Chimey, hey all, hoping for a Club Brugge win. Oh, Chimey, you're not going to be popular with the Rangers fans for that one. Pure Loyalist, Chimey, hello again, mate. Hope all's well with you. I've got to go with my team, Rangers. Friendlies are so unpredictable. LFC Fan 200, is it pay-per-view? Yes, it is pay-per-view. I believe it's only on Rangers TV. So yes, that's what we're watching. Right, 1 second, let me catch up on TikTok. Happy Contact, what stream are you on? I'm watching it on Rangers TV, mate. I am watching it on Rangers TV. Let me just get caught up with the old TikTok. You can see comments coming through on that one. United Forever, how's it going, Key? Good to see you, mate. Yes, very good, mate. What game are you doing today? We are doing Rangers against Club Brugge. That's the game we're watching. I'm trying to get my why is that gone off? Oh, what an absolute joke that is. I'm trying to get my my YouTube chat widget on OBS. How'd you get that back? How to add YouTube chat to OBS. Because I already had it on there, and for some reason it's gone. It's disappeared. So yeah, bear with 1 second. We are about 20-25 minutes away from kickoff, so still a little bit of time. Launch YouTube in a browser. Right, I can do that. Open your YouTube channel. Find the icon there on the upper right. All right, okay. I think I've got that. The Real Donuts, why no England game tomorrow? There's no England game tomorrow. Because they only played yesterday, so yeah, no England game tomorrow. That's why. Gotta give them time to recover, mate. You gotta give them time to recover. Right, I've done that bit. From the 3 dots menu in the top right, choose pop out chat. Ah, and there you go, and that's what we needed. There you go, job done. That was easy, wasn't it? That was easy. Oh, no, it's not. Vim Malfay, how's it going? Vim, hello, the Club Brugge fan is back. There you go, we've got Club Brugge fans in here as well. Got Club Brugge fans in here watching us. That's great. You love to see it. Pure Loyalist, you're saying I'm on Billy Moore's channel. Where was I on? Which channel was it? Is it a video of his? You'll have to send me the link. Again, I can't say I watch Billy Moore all that regularly, but I do know of him. Some people have been saying we've been popping up on some pretty big sort of streams recently. I don't know where that's... I mean, the channel's only brand new, so it's all surprising. Billy's a Toffee supporter. I know he's an Evertonian. Yeah, I know he's an Evertonian. But I've watched a few of his videos, some good stuff that Bill does. So I mean, again, I don't know him, don't know us, but that's mad. Yeah, it's great. Obviously, I'm getting found in different places. What can we say? Right. Make a note of the pop-out chat Windows URL. Ah, that's what I need then. Right, 1 second. And then launch OBS and choose the setting for the chat box. Right, okay. Browser. Create new URL. That one, I think. Okay. Oh. Oh, now that's just going to show it on the screen like that. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want the actual widget. Yeah, I don't want that. Sorry, forgive me. I'm trying to find a way of getting the old YouTube chat and stuff going, but it's just frustrating. Right, if I was to shut that down, does that keep that open? Yeah, it does. That's fine. Right, Rangers TV, it is still loading up, so the game's not quite broadcasting just yet, but it will be in about 5-10 minutes or so. Vilmount Faye, yo, I'm on YouTube chat. Good, love to see it, man. Pure Loyalist, I'll get back to you when I look back on my history, but I just went on to his own channel and there you were. Oh, okay, well, let's have a look. I'll go and have a look at Billy Moore's channel. Let's see if I can see him. Hey, Billy, if you are watching, mate, drop us a like or whatever you're doing. I don't know, I've just been onto videos. Nah, I can't see that. How's he? Is it when he's in Glasgow or what? Is it on TikTok or what? You'll have to have a look for me. That'll The Real Donuts, how come you weren't streaming the game yesterday? Oh, I was. We was watching the game yesterday, the England game. Yeah, we did watch the England game yesterday. We watched Real Madrid and Dortmund first, and then straight after Real Madrid and Dortmund, we watched In between Real Madrid and Dortmund, we watched the rest of the England game, but we watched the first half. But people chose. I asked the question. I asked people, "What do you want to watch? Tell me what you want to watch." And yeah, people said we want to watch Real Madrid and Dortmund. So what can we say? ZQXV, thanks for sending that through, mate. What a guy. Be yourself, Dylan. Good to see you. United forever. Have you got the lineups? Yes, we'll do the lineups now. Let's do the lineups for Rangers and Club Brugge. Here we go. Rangers, Club Brugge. Rangers, Club Brugge. Lineups are as follows. So it is Mignolet in goal for Rangers, for Club Brugge. The ex-Liverpool Simon Mignolet in goal. In fact, you know what? I'll try and put the lineups on screen, because rather than do that, I'll just put the lineups on screen. I'll get them up on YouTube, and then I'll talk them through to you guys on TikTok and everywhere else that can't see the YouTube stuff. But yes, the lineups are out. We'll go through all that now. Rangers and Club Brugge. Come on. They're not in the most perfect sort of. They're not in the formations, but you can see the actual starting lineups. So give me just 1 second, and I will. Right, I need to close that off because we don't need that. And then I can open this up, and with a bit of luck, it should work. All a bit mental this, but sorry. We got 15 minutes to go to kick off. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions. In fact, what we'll do is we'll put a there you go. That's the lineups. Let's put them on screen and get them a bit bigger. Yeah, there you go. Do you know what? We'll turn that off. I'll shuffle over this way. There you go. So there's the lineups. I'll shuffle over this way so we can actually see what we're talking about, see what we're doing. That's the lineups for the game. 15 minutes or so to kick off. Vim, did you see the lineup of Club Brugge? Yes, it's on there. Yeah, it is. It's on there now. You can see it on screen. Substub, how's it going? Ethan, how do I see Russell Martin's shit tactics today? Give it time. Listen, like Russell Martin, I don't think he'll do too badly at Rangers. I really don't. I think he'll do okay. Yeah. I think it was an underwhelming appointment, I've got to say. I mean, I don't know how Rangers fans feel. Let me know in the chat. I've got to think, as an outsider looking in, I'm a Liverpool fan. I've got a real soft spot for Rangers. When I went up to Scotland many years ago, I was about 10, 11 years old with my dad. We went all around the Scottish football grounds. We must have done 20, 30, 40 football grounds across Scotland, all the way up to Aberdeen, Gretna. We went to St Johnstone. We went to the Dundees. We went to Parkhead, but we also went to Ibrox. And when we went into Ibrox, we ended up getting a totally impromptu tour around the stadium. It was a lovely welcome. We just walked in and just kind of off the cuff. It was about June, July time. Liverpool had just played Aberdeen in a friendly. We were on our way back down, and the guy walked. I don't know who. I think he ended up being the chairman of Rangers. I think it was, who walked down in reception and said, "What do you need, lads?" and took us round. And I went in and I had Claudio Canigia's shirt on and everything. It was wicked. And I walked out out the tunnel onto the pitch at Ibrox. It was brilliant. It was great for a little lad like me at the time. Not so little anymore. Right, why is the camera going like that? Right, we've got enough. I'm not gonna leave the lineups on like that because that's doing me head in. Right, come on, sort yourself out, Key. There you go. That's a bit better. Sort of. That's a bit better, isn't it? Right, we're quite busy today. YouTube's going a bit mad. TikTok's going a bit mad. Miller, what game are you watching? We're watching Rangers and Club Brugge. First pre-season friendly of the year. Rangers, Club Brugge. Let me know what you're thinking. We've just had the lineups out. Aaron's is starting. Is Tilo Asgard on the bench? No Tilo Asgard. Bailey Rice, Tavernier, Yilmaz, Hutton, Diamand, Butland, Bajrami's on the bench. But they've got Raskin, Proper, King, Jeff Day, Dowell, Danilo, Curtis, Cortez, Barron, Aarons and Kelly in goal. For Club Brugge, it's Mignolet, Mekele, Rees, Sabe, the young right back. Sabe is very, very highly thought of. Jonas Spillies as well is another very highly rated young player. Not to mention Vermant, Van Aken, Solis, Vetlesen. Some good young players in that Club Brugge side. Really good. I wonder if we'll get to see the fella off the bench. Who was it we was talking about yesterday? It's a young fella on the bench. Can't remember his name. I think it might be Chandra Campbell. Is it Chandra Campbell? No, it's not him. It's not him. I don't know. There's someone was talking about there's a young player who might be making his debut for Club Brugge today. He's kind of rated as one of the hot young prospects coming across Europe. But I can't recall the name. Someone told me about it yesterday. Maybe you'll know Wim. You're a Club Brugge fan. You're our resident Belgian correspondent. Let me know what you're thinking on this one. Come on, sort yourself out. Right. And Rangers TV still haven't started their transmission yet. Oh, that's because I'm on Listen Live. I don't want Listen Live. I want Watch Live. I want Watch Live. Listen Live. Sat there listening to the audio and it was turned off, that's why. Ostermorg, the Kuiper to Brighton looks on, would be a good signing. Yeah, I think that's done, isn't it now? That's done, I think. XYD edits, what are your opinion on Queen's Park Rangers? I haven't really got an opinion on Queen's Park Rangers. I think you'll still, you'll be all right next year. You've got some decent, young players coming through, but I still don't think you'll trouble the playoffs. I don't think you'll go down, but I don't think you'll trouble the playoffs necessarily. Thank you for the donuts, ZQXV. Pedro Lover, what are you watching? Rangers and Club Brugge, mate. Yeah. Wim Raskin, ex-Standard Liège. Yes, yeah. Daz Reynolds, who have you got winning the Club World Cup now? Christopher Black, are you showing the game? Chris, I can't, mate. I'd love to. As much as I would love to show the game, I can't show the game. If I show the game, the channel gets banned. The channel literally immediately gets banned. So I can't show the game. I would love to. It's not me being unreasonable. I would desperately try it. Love to show it. My subscribers and views would go through the roof, I'm sure. But no, Rangers, massive club. I'd love to show it, but I would, I'd get banned. So can't do it. Sorry, man. But I'll be watching it. I'll be talking you through it. I'll happily, I'll happily talk you through it and answer any questions and whatever. But I'm watching it. I've got it on here now. Yeah. So I'm sorry, man. I'd love to. Oh, another hippo. Cheers, ZQXV. 27, the two big London clubs will dominate the league this year. You must be having a laugh. What, signing Madueke? Signing Madueke? You must be having a laugh. Wim Malfay, next week I'm going to a pre-season of Club Brugge against Rakow Częstochowa. Rakow, great team. Great Polish side, Rakow. Okay, right, well, we've done that. I need to try and find a way to split this. There you go, that works. Right, okay. This is going to be absolute chaos. But it is working. It is working. I'm watching the game. It's still only on the build-up, obviously. It's not kicked off yet. Squirrel Chaser, Vardy getting announced at half-time. Vardy to Rangers, that'd be a mad one. I think he'd do so well in the Scottish League, Jamie Vardy. He'd do unbelievably well. Right, okay, I think I've got this sussed now. It's taken some time, but I think I've got it sussed. sweet lord. Right. Robert, the comeback would have been mental, or Mbappe didn't ruin the party. Oh, yeah, about yesterday. Pedro Lover, is Zubi even an improvement from Marino? I think he's a minor improvement, but not a lot. No, not a lot. Emiliano! Guten Tag, Emiliano. How's it going? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. If you haven't yet, do give us a follow. Honestly, I've got subs. I've got 5,000 plus on YouTube. I've got 3,000 plus on TikTok. I've got about 150 people on X, Twitter. It's doing me head in. I'm literally shouting into the void on Twitter every single day, putting tweets out about all sorts and trying to grow it. But yeah, YouTube we've only had for 6 months. TikTok a little bit less. So yeah. We're growing, we're catching up. Obviously, we're appearing on Billy Moore's stuff. Mate, I don't know how. I need to find where Billy Moore's showing me Pure Lawless. You'll have to tell me where Billy Moore's been broadcasting me. Like I said, honestly, I'm finding it a bit mad. I walked into the barbers the other day, and some fella went, "Premier League, Dad." I was like, "You've got to be having me on. You've got to be having me on. There's no way you know who I am." ZQXV, Key, watch this. What am I watching? Remember. Oh, I just think Zubi. Hey, there you go. Love that. How do you manage? I like that. Give it a second. No, I like that. That was good. I wish I'd have took a picture of that, actually, because that's the first time anyone's done that, I think, on TikTok. Nice work, man. LFC Fan 200. Do you have a Fire Stick? Yeah, I have a Fire Stick. Yeah. But I don't have it's not. This is Rangers TV. I'm watching it on Rangers TV on my laptop here. I've not got. I was looking, actually. I went on the Fire Stick to see if they had a Rangers TV app that I could then log into. But they don't. So, yeah. Don't know. Substub, I think Leicester want Gerrard, and your channel is looking spectacular now, my G. Cheers, man. Thank you. Nicolas Stubborn, he would get kicked off the park. Twitter's for twits. I wouldn't disagree with that. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. Wim Malfay, Shander Campbell, number 84. Oh, right, Shander Campbell. It might be Shander Campbell then. Yeah, South African, centre forward. Let's see. Let's see how he gets on today. 5 minutes or so to kick off. Still not really showing a whole lot on Rangers TV. There's still no closer to broadcasting this. Right, let's get a. In fact, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's create a poll. Right, this is gonna seem like I've got an agenda to push, but I really, really don't. Right, so right, there you go. Let's put that out there. I've got a poll on YouTube. Let me know on YouTube. Let me know. Does Russell Martin finish the season as Rangers manager? Listen, I haven't got a particular agenda on that one, but I've got to say there's quite a few people who were a little bit unsure about Russell Martin, for sure, about whether or not he was the right appointment for Rangers. You know, he may be a little bit underwhelmed by him. I don't know. Let me know as Rangers fans, what do you think? I think there's some signings he's brought in already I think are quite smart. I think Tilo Asgard one could end up proving to be quite good, you know. One of my best mates is a Wigan fan. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how this all pans out with Russell Martin. But I'm intrigued to see what you think, and I want to know your thoughts. I've put a poll on YouTube. Does Russell Martin finish the season as Rangers manager? Yes, definitely. No, he's shocking. He'll be sacked by Christmas. Or you're undecided. You're just having a little wait and see. You're biding your time. What's 1 second? Here we go. Wim Malfay, Ludovic Rees, Holland debut at Club Brugge. Nice. Substub, if I kept commenting randomness, does it count towards whatever, or does it not help? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I honestly couldn't tell you. I would say, don't comment for the sake of commenting. It doesn't. I don't think it particularly helps the algorithm. If you think you need to comment something or you want to comment something, by all means do so. But yeah, it's very nice of you to want to help. But yeah, you don't need to do it for the sake of doing it, I guess. So, balance. Yeah, balance. Whatever way you want to look at it. Nicholas, will Buenda jump ship from Porkeed again? Buenda? I don't know. Don't know who that is. Squirrel Chaser, I like strawberry tarts. So do I, mate. Look at the kip of me. So do I. Daz Reynolds, where do you see Mbeumo go? Are you on about Mbeumo from Brentford? I think Mbeumo will go United eventually. I'm gutted about that because he's a great player. I wish he didn't. But yeah, I think he probably does end up United do about get that done. Spurs going after Kudus probably puts the sort of nail in the coffin on that one. Lex Fernandez team lost 81 goals, second worst in the league, a shite league. Martin out by Xmas. Okay, Martin's going by Christmas. Some people a little bit unsure. Oh, Nicholas Buenda Rodgers, septic manager. Right, okay. Will Rodgers jump ship? No, I don't think he will. No, I think, and listen again, as a Liverpool manager, I'm kind of very familiar with Brendan Rodgers, but no, I think he's found his place there at Celtic. I think he's found his place there. That said, I still think Rangers can challenge next year. I still think Rangers can really have a good go at him next year. Robert, will you be watching Newcastle v Atletico Madrid on Saturday 9th of August? As if so, I am at that match. I don't know, mate. Possibly. Right, we're off and underway here now. I don't know if we will be doing any other pre-season games. We probably will do a few. There's a lot of competitive club football going on. A lot of competitive club football going on. And, I'm trying to keep up with all of it. But we always, as you know on this channel, we do at least one live match watch-along every single day. That's what we do on this channel. I've got 3 today. And we do it on all different leagues, all different. We've watched the Old Firm, we watched Livingston against Ross County in the relegation playoff last year. We watched lots of Scottish football too. But we watched the Premier League, we watched La Liga, the Bundesliga, Championship. This summer we've also watched the Latvian League, the Icelandic League, the Finnish League. You would be amazed at how much football, for free, totally for free, online, not Dodge, not Fire Stick. I mean totally legit that you can watch totally for free. I mean this one isn't, this one's pay-per-view. But you'd be surprised how much you can watch totally for free. The Finnish League, the Icelandic League, the Latvian League, the Norwegian League as well. We watched a little bit of Molde and Bodo Glimt and Rosenborg and Viking and all those teams. We've watched a lot of them. So, listen, that's what we do on this channel. Live watch-alongs every single day. And I give you more value, quantity and quality on this channel. Listen, Mark Goldbridge did 16 watch-alongs last month. 60. 4 times as many. And you're getting 4 times, I'm probably 4 times as big as him. But hey, Club Brugge have got all the ball in. Rangers have just about got the foot on the ball. Sort of 90 seconds in here now. But Club Brugge starting quite well, quite fast. Squirrel Chaser, did you hear about the magic tractor? It turned into a field. Don't get it. Robbo, Rangers surrendered. They sold out to Roman Catholics. Christ, mate, let's not make it a religious thing. Jesus Lord. Let's not get into that. The last thing we need. It's a big conversation. Let's keep it light, for the love of God. William, Martin will do well at Rangers. Too many people judging him based on his time in the Prem. No manager would have kept that Saints team up. I think that's probably fair. Yeah, that's probably fair. I think that's true enough, William. Emiliano Gittins now to Chelsea. What do you think about that? They're just buying everyone and anyone, aren't they? They're on about buying Wanyeri from Arsenal. Great ball into the flank there. Channel, good ball in. Oh, unlucky. Club Brugge very nearly. Good chance there. Well defended by Aarons, actually. Very smart defending from Rangers to come across and cover for his centre-back. But it was a good little ball into the channel there from Bruges. Nearly 3 minutes in. We've had our first kind of half chance, I guess. Smoke my draw. The 3 watch along will need to do. Martin's a tight git. Daz, will you be doing the LFC pre-season games? Well, listen, I mean, obviously the news about Diogo Jota was horrific, and it's kind of thrown Liverpool's pre-season into sort of chaos and stuff. You know, it's still unsure whether or not we play against Preston on the 13th. And that's inconsequential. These far more important things in life, as we all know, and yeah, I think will I be doing when Liverpool do pre-season games. I'm sure I absolutely will cover 1 or 2 of them. I'm not intent on doing too many because we've still got loads of competitive football. This month we have the Champions League qualifiers, the Europa League qualifiers, the Conference League qualifiers. We're going to be doing Rangers and Panathinaikos. That one's coming up. We've got Hibs. Hibs are playing Vessen or Vetlesen from Luxembourg. Yeah, they've got a Luxembourgian team, Hibs. We've got Dundee as well. Dundee are playing. Dundee United, sorry, not Dundee. Dundee United are playing. So we've got them. We've got TNS. We've got Linfield against Shelbourne. Got all that coming up. Robbo, it's reality, my man. You can't sing about being up to your knees in Fenian blood, then take Catholic cash. Right, well, I'm going to respectfully abstain on that one, mate, because I don't know an awful lot about it. And yeah, I don't want to get embroiled in a fight that isn't really mine there. I'll abstain. I'll respectfully abstain. Daria, hi, good to be here. Good, yeah, listen, great to have you, Daria. Wim Vetlesen is Norwegian. Is he really? No, it's a Luxembourg team. I can't remember what they're called. I'll have a look in a second. Emiliano, tomorrow is South Korea versus China in the East Asian Championship. Will you watch this? I don't think so. No, we've got a few things planned for tomorrow, but I don't think we've got that one. No, I'll do the World Cup qualifiers and things like that. I'm not doing kind of super regional tournaments and stuff as a general rule. Unless we're really, really scraping around for a game. Usually, listen, there's games of football all around the world, 365 days a year. Christmas Day, we're planning to be live. New Year's Day, you know, I'll do games of football every day. Squirrel Chaser, that's plenty. What's happening in the game? Nothing. Honestly, nothing. It's literally just been Rangers have finally got the foot on the ball and knocking it around at the back. They've not really been able to get the ball through the thirds, and Club Brugge are winning it back from them, so it's kind of been them knocking it around between. Aarons has got the ball here now on the right hand side, but yeah, it's not been a particularly fast start in this one. Been a pretty, as you'd expect, it's pre-season, right? Pre-season. Pure Loyalist Key, I can't concentrate on going over Billy's channel because of this game. I'll dig in deeper after it and let you know. Yes, no worries, man. Honestly, no rush. No rush. Daz, looking forward to FPL next season. Yes, yeah, we've got an FPL league starting. We've got a predictions league starting. So if you are, make sure you've subscribed on YouTube. We'll be announcing details on the old FPL stuff. If you want to be involved in that, if you want to win some shirts, we're doing some shirt giveaways and things like that. Some retro footy shirts. Russell Martin, very, very vocal on the touchline. Encouraging his players forward. In fact, let me move this a little bit round there, because that's not great. Let's shift it, shimmy it around. There you go. That's a bit better. Now that is better. There you go. Rangers pushing forward here. First real chance for him. Oh, good bit of defending by Club Brugge. Got to the edge of the area. It was, I think it was Curtis, Finlay Curtis. Picked the ball up and just drove forward with it. Club Brugge just about getting out. Good press from Rangers, this. All the way back to Mignolet, and he smacks it forward up to the halfway line. Just to try and kind of reduce the pressure, I guess. Good ball over to the far post. Bit too much on it. And Rangers... Who was that who got that through? Is it Cortez? Yeah, Cortez won the ball back high. Picked it up. Crossed into the far post. I think he was looking for... was it Raskin who'd made the run into the box? Looked like it might have been Raskin rushing into the box. But Cortez picked it up on this left-hand side. Club Brugge living very dangerously, passing it around at the back. Rangers' press is if nothing else, very, very impressive. They're relentless here. 8 minutes in. Good start from Rangers, at least in terms of pressing, energy, tenacity. I mean, Brugge have done well to get out of it. Got to remember, this Club Brugge side, they're no mugs. They reached the Champions League... was it quarterfinals against Aston Villa? They're quite unlucky in that one. Quite unlucky to go out, I thought. Taylor H, what channel is the game on, Rangers? It's on Rangers TV, mate. That's what I'm watching it on. I don't know if it's on anywhere else. I'd be lying if I said I knew if it was on anywhere else. But what I will say is, it's on Rangers TV. You can watch it on Rangers TV. We're doing lots of other Rangers games coming up. Obviously, the Champions League game coming up against Panathinaikos, that's soon. Kieran Baines. Hello, Kieran. How's it going? Good to see you, mate. Very good to see you. Club Brugge in down the left-hand side. Chance for Brugge. Good save. And a finish. And it's 1-0. It's 1-0 on the rebound. Brugge have scored. It's an absolutely fantastic finish, to be honest. A little bit lucky. It's Vetlesen who scored. Kelly... the keeper for Rangers. The ball came through on the left-hand side. They got down the channel. They got past Aarons. Pulled the ball back to the edge of the box. It was Vetlesen who picked it up. Smashed it on goal. Low shot. Down the centre. Kelly parries it out. And it just falls back to his feet. It falls back to the same man, Vetlesen. Maybe argument there that Rangers should do better. Should react a bit faster to get the second ball away. And maybe, again, maybe an argument the keeper should do better too. Might be being a bit harsh there, to be honest. Might be being a touch harsh. It wasn't the most powerful shot, the first one. The first one wasn't a particularly powerful shot. It looked like he kind of wrong-footed Kelly, and he ended up kicking it out with his legs, or it hit his shins. It then bounced back to the edge of the penalty area where Vetlesen got it back. And then he just low side-footed past it into the corner. Kelly couldn't do anything about that one. And it's 1-0 to the visitors. Club Brugge 1-0 up. Here we go. Pure loyalist attack. Come on, Rangers. Not so good so far. Not a fantastic starting scoreline, but I will say Rangers have pressed very, very well. Stevie, Glasgow Rangers need to get their act together this season coming up. Second place is not good enough. Don't disagree with that, you know. Well, look, they're on the attack again. They're not giving up here. Brugge just about get it clear. Again, Cortez, final ball. Probably should be a bit better there. Probably should be a touch better. Jake Curtin, evening all. Good to see you, Jake. How's it going, man? Lots of... Hang on a second, pure loyalist. No way that bugger's got their 1 in a 2-1 win for Rangers. Well, it might well be. Yeah, maybe it'll end up being a 2-1 win for Rangers. We'll see. Brugge have got it down the right-hand side now. Nice spin away there. And they're in again here, Brugge. Honestly, that's the one thing I will say. Rangers are pressing incredibly well. They are pressing incredibly well. However... once they're able to beat that press, it's like 2 passes and they're in behind. That's something Russell Martin's going to have to be aware of because, you know, Brugge I mean, look, I don't know how you might feel how Bruges stack up to, your typical SPL side, but I will say, oh my God, what a goal that is! It's 2-0 to Bruges, and honestly, this is an absolute screamer. An absolute screamer. As I said, couple of quick passes through the thirds. They beat the Rangers press. They get down the far side. On the left-hand side, again, it's across from Max Aaron's side. Pull back to the edge of the area. Headed away by Rangers centre-back. And it comes out, and I'm not even kidding, this is like Zidane in the Champions League final at Hampden Park. This is exactly like Zidane in the Champions League final in Hampden Park. Headed clear by the Rangers centre-back, comes to the edge of the area, and that man Ludovic Rees on the volley, top corner, Kelly no chance, absolute screamer, Club Brugge 2-0 up, 13 minutes in. It's not a start that will give Rangers fans too much encouragement, this one. I've got to say, I like the energy, I like the tempo from Rangers. There's a lot to like in that. The press, it's not been so bad at all, but once that press gets beaten, Bruges are in. It's 2-3 times now they've got in. They've scored 2. The second goal, maybe you can have a bit of sympathy for Rangers on, because I don't think there's a keeper in the world stopping that one. But Vetlason and Ludovic Rees have put Club Brugge in charge here, 2-0 up. Kean Groves, do you think there is a meaning to Rashford's new Instagram photo? I think he's basically saying, on your bike to Man United, I think he's saying that's it, I'm done. I'm not a Man United player anymore. He's had his number taken off him. He's kind of been forced out the club. So, yeah, I think that's what it means. Stevie, need an actual defensive midfielder. Tavernier needs to go. Can't even lead the team to league titles anymore. Tavernier's not playing. Tavernier's on the bench. Yeah, Tavernier's on the bench. I'll go through the lineups 1 second. Again, you've just said, is Fernandes playing? Fernandes is not playing. He's on the bench, Emmanuel Fernandes. It's Raskin, Proper, King, Jeff Day, Dowell, Danilo, Curtis, Cortez, Barron, Aarons, and then Kelly in goal. I know that's all a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but that's the order it's been given out in the team sheets. It's not necessarily read out in the style of the team should be. And Bruges, again, it's the exact same thing. Rangers pressing high, Bruges knocking it round at the back. Couple of passes, they're in. They're through, they're beating Rangers midfield, and they're all at sea. The good thing is that Rangers are getting bodies back very, very quickly. They're getting bodies back incredibly quickly. So one thing I'll say, and I've already said it, but one thing I'll say is that you can see the players are working hard. They're putting a lot of effort in. They're really going for it. But they're just not quite getting it right. They're just not quite working. They're in again here, Bruges. Just a bit heavy. Runs through to Kelly. This could be a walk in the park for Club Brugge if Rangers aren't careful. Got to start tightening things up. In transition, that's the problem at the minute. And if I'm dead honest, we watched Southampton a lot last season in the Premier League. That was exactly the same issue with Southampton before and after Russell Martin. So maybe that's not the case. But with Russell Martin's Southampton last year, we saw a team that had a lot of fight, that had a lot of spirit, that had a lot of heart, was, very intense at pressing high. But if you beat that first press and you manage to knock it past the midfield, in transition, they were really in trouble. And little signs of that already with Rangers. Something they're going to have to be very careful on. Joe Porter, we need Cody. That guy will elevate the entire team. Cody would be the signing of the window for me. Yeah, Connor Cody would be a very smart sign. If you got Cody and you got maybe Vardy, I mean, apparently that's what's happening at half-time. Someone said at half-time Jamie Vardy's getting announced by Rangers. I'm not sure if that's the case, but I honestly, do you know what I think would be a fantastic signing for Rangers? Dominic Calvert-Lewin. If you get Dominic Calvert-Lewin up here for those Champions League nights at Ibrox, I think that'd be fantastic. There's a real link there, isn't there, between Everton and Rangers. Stevie, who's playing right back? Right back is Max Aarons. Dono, hey bud, what are you watching it on? It's on Rangers TV, mate. It is pay-per-view, Rangers TV. I'm not entirely sure, whether you can watch it anywhere else. I'm watching it on Rangers TV. You'll have to let me know if you do find it somewhere else. William, Rangers treating it as a friendly. Is like, guys, Kelly, King, Proper, Danilo, Dowell, Curtis won't be playing when the proper season starts. That's probably a fair shout as well. Yeah. Pure Loyalist, keep Tav on the bench. He's been teacher's pet for too long now. Personally, I'd sell him. Stevie Moore saying pumped. They're getting pumped at the minute. Brugge having all the ball. Stevie better not get relegated. They're not getting relegated. Jackson B. Smith, USA or Mexico? Yes, it is the Gold Cup final tonight, isn't it? USA v Mexico. Surprisingly, Mexico are favourites for that one. Now I've backed USA. I've backed Mauricio Pochettino and his men. Straight across the face of goal. Very nearly 3-0 for Brugge. Kelly, he's not covering himself in glory there, that keeper. I feel like he has to have done a little bit better there. Very nearly 3-0. And Brugge have got him penned in. It's Brugge, little one-touch stuff. Stevie need to qualify for the Champions League. For fuck's sake, Chimey. Aaron's was exceptional for Norwich. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of stuff has come down that side. It has come down Aaron's side. I don't know. Don't know why, but yeah, it does seem to be him playing on the right-hand side. Reese, Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal. Here we go very soon. He's refused to turn up to training, has told Sporting he has an agreement with us. Kingsloth 18, Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal, and we're in for Calvert-Lewin. Listen, United are in the mud, we know that. Robbo, Vardy for Red Bulls, a game and... Vardy, 4 Red Bulls a game and 40 fags. That's his pre-match. Hey, and he still did all right in the Premier League. He's nearly 40, the guy, and he can still score. You know, he's not a bad striker, Vardy. Still think he's got a lot to offer. A lot to offer. Reece, United are going to win the league with Calvert-Lewin and Cunha. Absolutely not. Oh, that's really poor from Cortez again. He's given the ball away in a bad area. Brugge pick it up. Honestly, really sloppy from Cortez in the final third now. A few times he's picked the ball up and he's just not been able to get that weight of pass right. He's put crosses in that have gone straight out of play. He's lost the ball in key areas. He's here again on the left-hand side. Here we go. First chance for Cortez to run at the full-back. Again, as a shot. Straight into the shins of the defender and bounces away. It's come back to Barron. Stevie, Calvert-Lewin would be decent at Rangers. These new owners need to get buying cover for every position at Rangers FC. They definitely need a bit more investment for sure. James John, how can I watch this game directly? You can watch it on Rangers TV, mate. That is what I'm watching it on right now. It is pay-per-view, unless you've got a subscription. I don't know, but you can watch it on Rangers TV. If you are watching it elsewhere, good luck to you. I don't know if you can watch it in any other parts of the world for free, maybe, but I'm watching it on Rangers TV. Kieran Baines, I've switched over to YouTube. For me, it's better. Nice one, Kieran. Thank you. Thank you for so much for supporting the channel. If you haven't yet, please do give us a like and a subscribe on this video. I quit my job to do this, for the love of God. I quit my job to do this channel 6 months ago. Probably the worst decision. I'm only messing. It's all been fun, but I've given myself a year to make it work. And it might be the worst thing that I've ever done, but we'll see. We'll see. Better to be at the bottom of a ladder you want to climb than halfway up one you don't, right? Pure Loyalist, Robbo, wait until Vardy's rattling 4 into Celtic's net. Stevie Moore, who do you think the new Rangers will be? The new Rangers will be? That'll be 19 managers in 13 years. Oh, you think Rangers are going to get a new manager? You don't think Russell Martin's going to last very long then? Noor Irwan, 4-3 to Bruges, mate, watching from Singapore. Nice. We've got some more international fans watching. Great to see you. Very good to see you, Noor. Shay472, did you quit your job before you even started this? Yes, I did, mate, yeah. I quit my job to start this. Quit my job. Thought, to hell with it. Why not? Give it a go. I was a sales director in Liverpool. Good money. Now, I'm skint, but I've started a YouTube channel. I'm 6 months in. We'll see. We'll see. It might be the worst thing ever, but I'm having a laugh. We're watching footy for a living. It's all good. Maybe it fails. Maybe it falls on its arse. William Calvert-Lewin was on 100k a week at Everton. Rangers could never match his wage. Adding the signing on fee, it's not a realistic option. Yeah, I mean, maybe, possibly. George Anderson, I've subscribed the moment you mentioned about wanting to do this full time. Watching from north of Scotland, pal. Very, very kind of you, George. Very, very kind of you. I've got family. I mean, it's not North Scotland. I've been up to Aberdeen a few times watching Liverpool in pre-season friendlies, but I've got family in Dumfries and Galloway, which is obviously the other side, kind of southwest Scotland. But yeah, good to have you on the channel, mate. Really, really appreciate that. Kieran, don't like Russell Martin because, as you know, I'm an Ipswich fan and he was a Norwich player. Those loyalties run deep. Right, ball's gone all the way back to Simon Mignolet here for Rangers. Fragger SR, will Rangers score, mate? I think it's probably going to take half time, you know. I think it's going to take half time. They're going to have to make some changes and bring on some other people because I've got to be honest, Cortez, he's been pretty poor down this left-hand side. They're not really showing much from an attacking point of view, Rangers. The keeper, maybe questionable on the first Bruges goal. The full-back situation, they're very easy to get at in the channels. There's gaps between the centre-backs and the full-backs. We're seeing that already. Bruges winning it, little 1-2s and they're in. It's not, you know, it's not overly complex stuff, this. That's better from Cortez, picking it up deep there. Good defending. And Rangers get the throw. Reese, Arsenal have announced Zubamendi. Wasn't expecting that one. Yeah, it's all a long time coming. Stevie, quit your job to watch the Rangers, man. You must be off your head. No, mate, I just did it to watch football in general. Yeah, it was just to start a YouTube channel and try and make a living out of it. Don't want to make a fortune, just enough to kind of give me wife and me little girl beans on toast for the living. They don't need much. We're very, very... I used to go caravan holidays in Great Yarmouth and down to Tenby and Cornwall. I'm happy. You know, I don't need Barbados and the Maldives. Just give me a very, very mediocre living watching football. I'm delighted with that. We're very, very happy. Robbo, Brussels farting donkey of a gaffer chucks players under buses. Sweet lord. Rangers first shot. Good save from Mignolet. First shot on target for Rangers. Mignolet pushes it behind. Corner to Rangers. Ryan Longridge, remember the team are absolutely shattered. This was the manager's plan to wreck the team. Well, they're certainly, like I say, they've started very, very intense, high energy, very high press. But I think I would have to look at whether or not tactically the manager has got them playing this way, or if it's just maybe the play. Oh, that's shocking. I don't know who that was. Aaron's has just had a shot from about 50 yards out, and it's gone probably out the stadium. Crazy. George, it's only pre-season. Yeah, no, and that's it. This is exactly what... It's important to remember context. It's important to remember pre-season is exactly about this, isn't it? It's exactly about this. You've got to remember this is why managers do this. They play wacky formations and certain players out to try and test them and, you know, get players to run the socks. There's every chance that he puts out an entirely different 11 in the second half. Rangers have managed to just calm things down a bit there. King with a good tackle, putting it straight out of play. He's not happy though, King. All I've seen him do in this game is scream at the midfield and his fullback. Just screaming at him, saying, come on, get yourself into shape. I assume that's what he's saying anyway, but he's very, very vocal, very, you know, gesturing an awful lot. He's not happy at the back there, Leon King. Ian Lyle, we need to get winning in pre-season. Losing is never acceptable. Well, I mean, I'll say this. I can only say from a Liverpool perspective, some of our best... Oh, off the post! Oh, my God. Club Brugge hit the post, nearly 3-0. Oh, my God. The full-back again. The full-back again at Rangers. I don't know who that was. Was it Aaron's again? Just losing the individual battle. Not physical enough. Get bullied off the ball. And here's Cortez, the other end of the pitch. Rangers chance. Cortez shots. I mean, it's nearly gone out for a throw-in. That's how bad the shot was. Anyway. Sorry. Yeah, Club Brugge up the other end. It's getting a little bit more stretched, the game now. Club Brugge, the other end of the pitch. The wide player, I don't know who it was. Let me just watch this back. The wide player knocked... It wasn't Aaron's. I think it was King. King, he tried to do the old Phil Jones. He tried to header the ball while he was lay on the floor. So talk about putting your head on the line. But it wasn't Aaron's. I apologise. It wasn't Aaron's. It was King. The ball got played in between the fullback and the centre-back. Yet again, that space that Club Brugge keep exploiting. Ball gets played in between fullback and centre-back. They're just not close enough. They keep letting them run. They get into the edge of the area. King falls onto the floor, slides, must have lost his footing, goes to try and header the ball while he's lay prone on the ground. Bruges fella cuts in and smashes it in off the post and away. So yeah, it wasn't smashed in, but it was low down. Kelly nowhere near it, off the post and out. Rangers break up the other end of the pitch and Cortez ends up having a shot which skewed away very, very nearly out for a throw-in. John Hill, always good to see Gers getting beat. Are they still winning the pre-season cup? Well, like I said, honestly, Liverpool. I can only relate to it from a Liverpool perspective, but I always remember Liverpool having some of our worst pre-seasons where we lost most games, to be honest. And then I think we won the Champions League. We had an absolutely shocking pre-season before we won the Champions League. Shocking. We lost most games. So it doesn't matter. This time of year doesn't matter at all. It's all about fitness and sharpness and, trying out new strategies and things like that. The manager getting to know his players and vice versa. Roy Pure, it's great to see as many Celtic fans in here supporting Rangers. Sorry, septic fans you said there, didn't you? Again, I'll abstain. Nothing to do with me. Stevie, Cortez out of the club. Learn how to run faster. To be honest, he's fast enough. He's just getting bullied off the ball. He's getting bullied off the ball, and then when he's picking it up, his final ball is shocking. Right, Ludovic Rees is going off here. Club Brugge going to have to make a change. It looks like an injury. Ludovic Rees going off for Bruges. That second goal, the goal from Ludovic Rees was absolutely sensational. Machiavelli, we are the people. John Hill, I stumbled on this. Is this the comedy channel? If you want it to be. I can try and make you laugh. It's all good. George Hill, Raskin's worth 20 million plus, easy. There's a lot of interest in him, certainly this summer. A lot of rumours linking him away with a move down south or a move to Europe maybe, but I expect he probably will stay at Rangers, and especially if Rangers are able to secure that Champions League football against Panathinaikos in a couple of weeks' time. Robbo, loyalist, happened, mate. They will tell you nothing calls to prayer on Ibrox pitch and wait till you sing them vile songs. Party time deck, yo, good to see you. Kieran Baines, Key, didn't Defoe play for Rangers? Yes, he did. RFC, do you think you might watch any other Rangers games this season? I know it's a pre-season friendly, but it's been a good game. It's been alright. I am watching other Rangers games. Yes, we're watching Rangers and Panathinaikos in the Champions League in a couple of weeks. That is coming up. So if you haven't yet, please click subscribe. But yes, we will be live for Rangers and Panathinaikos in just a few weeks' time. Chocolate League, what game are you watching, or what games are you watching today? So we have got today, one sec, we have got, first up, obviously Rangers and Club Brugge. Straight after that, we've got 2 UEFA Women's Euros games. And again, whatever you think of the UEFA Women's Euros games, they've been incredibly well followed. So we're going to watch 2 of them tonight. We've got Norway against Finland first up, and then Switzerland v Iceland tonight. So 3 games for your viewing pleasure. We'll be talking about all things football, as we always do. We'll be talking shite on this channel, talking nonsense. And we'll be chatting about everything. We'll be chatting about Rangers. We'll be chatting about the UEFA Women's Euros. We'll be chatting about Bruno Fernandes and Brian and Burmo and Liverpool and whatever else you want to talk about. Christ. Talk about footy in general. Predictions for the upcoming season. Jake, this will happen to Celtic on the 19th. Why, who've Celtic got on the 19th? Celtic have got someone on the 19th, have they? Right, Reese has gone off for Osuji for Club Brugge. Little change there because they've had a couple of issues injury-wise with Ludovic Reese, so he's gone off. I tell you what, lads and lasses in the chat, chill out. Chill out. It's a pre-season friendly, for the love of God. With Malfay, Ludovic Reese out, Vince Osuji in. Party time deck, yeah, and we will win. Oh, they've got Newcastle, right? Newcastle against Celtic, right? Well, depends whether or not Newcastle are. Depends whether or not Newcastle have lost to Alexander Isak by that point. Cosmic Capers, Arsenal looking scary next season. Scary for them, yeah. They're not about signing Madwecki. Madwecki. Oh, again, it's really poor from Rangers. It's giving it away, and it's 3v2 for Bruges. Chance here. Pulls it back. Oh, it's just about got away by Rangers. Just about cleared away. But really, really poor. Losing the ball in the midfield area. And they're committing. The wing-backs are incredible. Well, they're playing as wing-backs effectively. The full-back's incredibly high. And it's leaving just the 2 centre-backs. And as soon as the midfield gets hold of the ball, if the loot again, they've given it away there. Honestly, you wouldn't believe it. You would not believe it how bad Rangers are in the final third here, giving the ball away. And I can't even sit here and say it's like Club Brugge are pressing them incredibly well. It's them giving the ball, fully giving the ball away. I just want to throw him back there. And yet, Gyökeres is shite. He's not going to do much in the Premier League. Okay, Rangers pushing forward here now. Cortez goes all the way back. It's a little bit sharper from Rangers. Nice one-touch stuff. Finally got hold of the ball. It's taken 35 minutes, mind, but this is probably the longest spell of extended possession they've had. Can they keep hold of it for a bit longer? And they've given it away. Now Club Brugge pick it up and they're on the attack. Tricky67, who are Sevco playing today? Who's Sevco? Am I missing something? Sevco. Not familiar with these expressions. If we're not about Sevco is Rangers, is that what we're saying? Rangers are playing Club Brugge, sorry. No Manger 123, can you give a bit of commentary, please? I'm giving commentary as and when there's commentary needing to happen, mate. Honestly, it's been a pretty dull game, you know. Dull game. Bruges have scored 2. Well, the first goal was a Rangers error. The second goal was an absolute screamer. Oh, that was a naughty tackle. That's a foul. That was a bit tasty. Club Brugge have just gone through. Who is it who he actually flies through there? Oh, it was a Suji who came on. And he's just absolutely... Oh, he looked like he left one on... Who is it? It's number 20 for Rangers. I don't know who that is. I didn't catch who it was. It's Dowell. It's Kieran Dowell. Ex-Everton Kieran Dowell. Yeah, absolutely left one on him there. Just back from Cardiff, seeing the greatest rock and roll band ever. I thought Black Sabbath were in Birmingham. Stevie Moore, what time in the game will the booze start? Well, I haven't got the commentary, I haven't got the audio on, so I couldn't tell you. It's not exactly a packed out Ibrox, I've got to say. It's looking less attended by the than the Club World Cup at this point. It's a pretty, yeah. There's not that many. I'd be interested to see how many people actually are at this game, because it looks, I don't know, maybe 5,000 or 6,000 at a push. Ball in, chance for Bruges. Could be 3. Just about cleared away again by Rangers. It's getting... I mean, this could be 3 or 4. This could be 3 or 4. Stephen McNally, another great performance. 2-0 down in 13 minutes. Then new Saints going to win the league. Right, so it's a goal kick here to Rangers. Kelly just about to take. He's going to go a little bit longer. He had players with him to try and play it short, but he's knocked it straight out of play. Oh, the refs give a free kick to Rangers for a shove in the back. Stephen McNally, not long to the booze start. Half time, surely can't repeat this. It's not been a vintage first half performance from Rangers. We'll say that. We'll say that. Ashton Graham, are you watching the Rangers game? Yes, we're watching the Rangers game. They are 2-0 down currently to Club Brugge. If you want to go and see, obviously, the scoreboard, and you want to see, actually keep up to date with the game and what we're up to, go and check it out on YouTube. Premier League Dad, go and check it out. We're live right now on YouTube, and you can check out the game on there. Bruges down the right-hand side. Ball in the box. Oh, again, very nearly 3. The just about got whipped in across the 6-yard box, and it just fell, basically, on the penalty area. 2 players slid in for it. A Club Brugge attacker, and I think King, slid in at the near post, and the ball ended up spinning, landed on the penalty spot. You was just waiting for a Club Brugge player to run in and tap it in. And in the end, they got a touch and got it away. Rangers. Chimey, update on the AIK game. I haven't kept up to date on the AIK game. It is 2-0 to Hampstead, which I believe he said was 2-2. Is that right, Chimey? He said it was going to be Chimey. No, he said it was going to be 2-2. Andy, lol, what are you talking about? 5 to 6k at Ibrox? No, I'm saying that there doesn't look like there's going to be that many there. It looks empty. It looks empty. From this appearance, there's not an awful lot of people at this game. Scottish Documentary 77. I'm loving the commentary. Sorry about the sectarian nonsense in the chat. Hey, mate, it's all new to me. It's all new to me. But thank you, I appreciate the nice comments. I'm trying my best. Stephen McNally, this is what you get when you're buying first and second division players. Nobody else in anything. What did the Rangers scouser see to buy this rubbish? Come on. Andy, mate, it's a lot more than 5 to 6k, though. But okay, well maybe I'm shit at estimating crowd numbers based off of a fucking television screen, mate. Give me a chance. How many do you think there's there? I'd be amazed if there's more than. I mean, it looks half the stands are empty and all the people are dotted around. I'd be amazed if there's more than maybe. All right, let's say 10k. I bet it's 70% empty. And that's not me having a pot, by the way. I just would have thought it would have been more full. It's the first pre-season game. Gordon, mistakes at the back already. Yeah, that's dreadful. Russell Martin comes out to the edge of his touchline there, and he's screamed at that. Who was that who just put that cross in? I think, who was it who put the cross in? Let me have a look. Don't know who it was who actually put the cross in down the right hand side, but they've just absolutely smashed it straight out of play. The simplest thing, under no and I mean seriously under no pressure at all, stood on the right hand side and just smashed it straight out for a goal kick. Football Sheds, Rangers fans know we're getting nonsense this season, so didn't turn up. That's a shame if so. Gordon McAbney, Martin better get it together. This is not a good start. Stephen McNally, Tavishite. No, it's Tavernier's not playing. Tavernier's on the bench. He's on the bench. Max Aarons hasn't had the best first game today. His debut today. Brugge into the box here. Oh, again, just across the face of goal. We've had about 3 or 4 of them chances now where Brugge have knocked it across the face of goal, and if they were gambling, you know, they might be able to have had a couple of tap-ins. It's been really, really difficult, this. Really, really difficult game for Rangers. Brugge have hit the post. They've had a number of chances. They could have... I genuinely, I'm not exaggerating, it could be 5 or 6 at half time here. It could have been 5 or 6. LFC fan 200, Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal, here we go. It's a corner to Bruges. That was, again, an unforced error from Rangers. Bruges have picked the ball up on the left-hand side. Ball into the box. Chance. Cleared away by King. Ball's into the 6-yard box here for Bruges. They've got Rangers hemmed in at the minute. And they've still got them hemmed in. They're still just trying to... There must be 8 players in the Rangers penalty area here. 8 Rangers defenders. Bruges got the ball back. Chance. Good shot. Good save from Kelly. Berliner, do keep in mind that Rangers are not Rangers. King is 4th choice centre-half. Proper, about to be sold. Dowell is off soon. Only Jeff Day, Barron and Raskin are first choices out there. That's true enough. And it's half-time. There's no extra time to be played in this one. So it is... or no added time, rather. So it is Rangers 0, Bruges 2 at half-time. Not a great start, I've got to say, for Russell Martin here. Harry John, according to some Rangers fans, the season is over already. And maybe so. Barry Mackay, Robin Proper and Leon King as centre-back. Pre-season friendly lineup for sure. I didn't think I'd see Dowell in a Rangers shirt again. And look, again, this is it. I'm not, you know, that's what I said before. I'm not overly critical of it because this is what pre-season friendlies are for. It's probably worth remembering that you know, it's about fitness. It's about trying out new strategies and trying out, you know, different tactics and seeing what works. And this is ultimately what pre-season's about. Morecambe, can't really blame Rangers. It's our first game with a bunch of new signings with 3 starters and a new manager. Very tough. Football Sheds, Northern Bloke. Who is your team? The dude speaking. So my name's Kee. And my name's Kee. My name's Kee, and the team that I support is Liverpool. Yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I watch everyone. We watch all teams. I watch all sorts of games every single day. That's what the channel's about, basically. Stephen McNally, Barry, all your new players are playing. Christopher Davidson, why is the game not on YouTube? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. It's on pay-per-view on Rangers TV and maybe some other places. I don't know. Pro Azra, Fireliftis, Diogo, bless you, and never forget my friend. Yeah, very nice of you to say, mate. Been a sad few days for Diogo Jota, his family, the whole Liverpool fan base. Football Shed, you don't sound Scouse. I'm not Scouse. No, I'm not Scouse. I was born about 15-20 minutes from Anfield. I'm from a place called St Helens, but I've lived in sort of all around the northwest of England. I've got family up in Scotland, funnily enough. But my dad's an ardent Liverpool fan. He went to his first game in '72. I've been all over Europe watching Liverpool and all over the place. So yeah, no, I'm not Scouse. Don't claim to be Scouse. I've not got an L postcode. I've not got a purple wheelie bin. I've not got all the things that you have to be a Scouser. So I'm not a Scouser. I'm a St-Helena. But I don't like rugby. So there you go. What can I say? I'm not a lover of rugby either. Stephen, he's a woolly back. I am. Yes, I am a woolly back. Posh presenter, St-Helens. Posh, fucking hell. St-Helens and posh in the same sentence. You've never been St-Helens then. You've never been St-Helens. Miller, why is the title of your live Madrid v Dortmund? I don't know. I assumed I'd changed it, but maybe I didn't. I apologise. I must have left it on that. Celtic fan, Celtic linked with Isak Janssen. Rapid Vienna, can't help but feel it's such an underwhelming signing if he is Kern's replacement. Harry John, is Rangers being forced into mistakes by a high press? A little bit, yeah. I think that Rangers are they've been very poor in transition today. They've been very, very poor in transition. As soon as they've lost the ball, they've literally, it's been one pass and Brugge have had an overlap, an overload, 2-3 against, 1 or 2 at the back. It's been really, really difficult for them. They've also been vulnerable in between the full-back and the centre-back. So whatever issues Russell Martin's, I don't know if that's a historical problem, like that goes back to last season under a different manager, under Barry Ferguson and Clement. I don't know. You'd have to let me know. But it feels like every single time the ball in between the fullback and the centre back is on, and they're making those runs and they're getting it every single time. And Rangers, that's been a problem. The press has been very, very high. The press has been very high. It's been very intense. The players are working hard. Players have been, I can't fault that. The effort has been there from Rangers, but it's more been that they've been chasing shadows. They've been running around like headless chickens rather than any sort of an organised press. What you're normally looking for is one player goes and another player goes with him, so it kind of closes down the space. It's not happening here. It's not happening. One goes and they get passed through far too easily, so they're just all over the place. Football Sheds, if Liverpool want any Rangers players, you can have them. Thanks, man. Celtic fan, Kieran Dowell, Liam King and Robin Proper all on the pitch. Don't know what Rangers fans were expecting. Robbo only here to see Lucy Pinder. Oh yeah, she's married to him, isn't she? I didn't know that. Yeah, Lucy Pinder. I forgot about that. She's she'll be at Ibrox quite a few times then next season, I would imagine. Lucy Pinder and the Nuts girls. Thank you very much for that, Kieran. Top man. Your YouTube chat's going quick today. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Lewis, hi bro, what are you watching at the moment? I'm watching Rangers against Club Brugge, mate. Rangers against Club Brugge. And it's half time. Football Shed, she's not married to him. Is she not really? Well, I didn't know they were living in sin. Let's have a look. I'll take your word for it, like. Oh no, you're right. It's just boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah, whatever. Stephen McNally. I couldn't read that in the Alba stuff. Any Celtic fans know if Jim Torbet's been released yet? Trying to work out if it's safe to leave the house today. I don't get all these references. I'm well out of it. I always thought I was a man of the world. Robert Scullion, are you streaming the game? I can't, mate. I'm really sorry, Robert. I'd love to. I really, really would love to. It's not me being unreasonable, mate. I would get loads of views and loads of subscribers, but I really can't, because if I did, I'd get banned within seconds. Copyright violations and all sorts. It's live on Rangers TV. It's pay-per-view, so I can't show it. I'm sorry, mate. Football Sheds, don't type into Google. You'll get distracted. Alex, have you ever been to Scotland, mate? If you have, whereabouts? Yes, I have. I've been all over Scotland. I've got family in up near Dumfries in Galloway. So we go up there quite frequently. Lovely part of the world. And when I was about 10, 11 years old, there or thereabouts, I went up to Liverpool's pre-season friendly against Aberdeen. We went up to Pittodrie. And on the way down, we ended up touring. Well, I guess it was a tour. It was about 30 or 40 Scottish football grounds. We went all over Scotland, covering off all the grounds, trying to just going in and kind of go and get a badge, go and get a scarf, maybe get a shirt or something. Just go and see if we can have a look at the state. Because it was like June, July time, so there was no games on. But we ended up effectively walking into St Johnstone, walking round St Johnstone, Dundee United. We got a tour around Ibrox. Saw John Hartson outside Parkhead. And Lovenkrands as well. Lovenkrands was at Ibrox. I saw him as well. I'd be pictured up with him. So yeah, I've been up and around Scotland. Kieran, are you doing any football tonight, mate? And which ones? Yes, we're doing the Women's Euros tonight. We've got 2 Women's Euros games on. I think it's Norway against Finland and I can't remember. You'd have to look. If you have a look on YouTube, you'll see I've got them both scheduled, so you can see. Football Sheds, do you like iron brew and fried pizza? Can't say I've had fried pizza, but when I've gone up to Dumfries, we've had haggis and I've had a taste of a deep fried Mars bar, which was pretty minging, to be honest. Don't mind a square sausage, neeps and tatties and all that. Love a Scottish breakfast. But yeah, iron brew on tap in the Mackies. Can't beat it. Gareth Clark, Robin Proper is the worst centre-back that has ever played for my club and might be the worst centre-back to grace the SPL. Awful player. That goal from Ludovic Rees was absolutely sensational. Brandon, thoughts on kudos to Spurs? Don't see it happening. Spurs will end up with a few 18-year-olds. Why don't you think it'll happen? I think it will, you know. I really do. I do think they'll just about get it done. Feels like that's close. Barry Weir, whereabouts in Dumfries? Well, it's proper in the back and beyond. It's a place called Whithorn. If you Google Whithorn, I mean, Christ, there's not that many people. It's a lovely place. It's a bit Balamory, but it's a lovely place. So we kind of go through Dumfries and Galloway to get there. But yeah, she's in Whithorn. Robbo, Champions League team we are, hence why we play in a month. Celtic fan, if you had to pick a Scottish club, which would it be? I don't know, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Do you know what? I'll say this. I don't feel particularly strongly about any, because I used to love Celtic when I was growing up. I really did love Celtic growing up. I loved Henrik Larsson. And I remember watching Steve McManaman score an absolute worldie for Liverpool at Parkhead. So I grew up watching that sort of Celtic and Rangers team, and I didn't really have a particular affinity for either. Can't say I enjoyed the interactions with the Aberdeen fans, so I probably would lean away from Aberdeen. Do you know what? I quite enjoyed watching Ross County and Livingston the other week, and the way that who was the fella who responded after they got spat at by the fan? It was Livingston, wasn't it? I like Livingston. Yeah, I quite enjoyed Livingston. So I don't know why. I would say Livingston if I had to. If you gun to my head sort of thing, I would say Livingston. But I just enjoy football. If I'm really honest, I couldn't say I feel particularly strongly to one side or another. I don't hate any side in Scotland anyway. Don't particularly like Man United, Everton, Chelsea, City, for obvious reasons down here. But yeah, Rangers and Celtic and that up north, no problem with them. Richard Coleman, Rangers going to have a new manager with a 100% losing record in 45 minutes. It's getting bad. Brandon, we had a £50 million bid rejected, I heard. They want 60 to 65. Why not just pay up, though? It's about time. Ranting on about how he wants us to win Champions Leagues and Prems, but Levy won't pay transfer fees and wages. I don't know, I think Kudus will go to Spurs. They'll get that done. Thomas Frank's a very, very good manager, and they will get that done. Celtic fan Carl Tremarco got spat at versus Livingston. Been to Ross County a few times. Great away day. Well, yeah, I did. I quite liked Livingston and the way they responded to all that. I thought that was quite good. Yeah, so I'd probably say Livingston. Brandon, hope so. Really like Kudus. Robert, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Thank you everyone for the follow. I will just say as well, a big thank you to our sponsors. Not that one. A big thank you to our sponsors on this channel, Match Bingo. If you haven't yet, please go and download the Match Bingo app. You can get it on your phone. Up to £250 to be won every single time you play on Match Bingo. You can get a bingo card for £2 or £3. And over 10,000 players in the UK have Match Bingo. Over £250,000 already paid out to Match Bingo players across the UK. The way that Match Bingo is, it's effectively a cross between a bet on the football and a game of bingo. So if you like that sort of thing, go and check it out. If you deposit £5, you get £10 free to buy a couple of bingo cards with and try it out and see what you think. Let me know if you have a win. And as I say, you can win yourself a small fortune on it. So a massive thank you again to Match Bingo for supporting the channel. And we're very, very near to kicking off for the second half. Club Brugge are back out. I wonder if there's going to be any changes here. I would have to hope so. Barry Weir, that's not too far away from me. Really? Okay. Kieran, out of all the grounds you've been to, what grounds would you say had the best pies? The best pies? Sweet Lord. I don't know, There's some bad food. Some bad food I've seen. There's been some good, I don't know. Given that Wigan have got some reputation as having the best pies, Wigan's pies are shite. Really, really bad. They do a cheese pie at Wigan, and it's minging. It's absolutely minging. Life of Jake 92, I'm 25 hours from there. Barry Weir, what do you think is a bigger derby, Old Firm or Merseyside? Bigger derby, Old Firm or Merseyside? Well, I mean, I guess it's tough to say. I mean, probably Rangers and Celtic, because those two are a little bit closer, I would argue. Not to say Everton aren't a big club, by the way, before I get that pile on, but I would say Everton and Liverpool, there's quite a gulf there, isn't there? Rangers and Celtic, you've been two incredible teams across, both domestically and in Europe. Some fantastic players over the years, and that one's maybe been a little bit more. And it's probably a little bit more intense, obviously. Liverpool and Everton's known as the friendly derby. You know, we sit next to each other at FA Cup. Well, maybe the FA Cup finals. Everton haven't been in one of them for a while. But you know what I mean? It's the friendly derby, you know. It's our brothers, it's our cousins, it's our whatever who support Everton. So it's a little bit different. But I would say Everton and Liverpool probably not quite as big as Rangers and Celtic in terms of the derby in the Old Firm. Wim Malfay, Club Brugge, change in lineup. No Simon Mignolet, Nordin Jakkers has come on. Vetlesen staying and Skoras has stayed. I'll have a look shortly. Dill, how do you think Cardiff get on next season? Hopefully you get back up. Yeah, hopefully you get back up into the Championship. Championship needs a strong Cardiff. You know, it was a difficult end to the season for you, and you've got a decent opening day, haven't you? I think opening day you've got a winnable fixture there. So I can't remember who it is off the top of my head because I was literally looking at them the other day. You've got a decent enough start to the season, so I think Cardiff will come back up. Yeah, they'll come back up. Well, Club Brugge have been out here now for a good 5 minutes. Rangers still not out, so I would imagine maybe Russell Martin's giving them a telling off. RFC, if you ever go to a game in Scotland, you should go to Killy. They've got the best pies in Scotland. Killy have got the best pies in Scotland. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. Let's see. Yeah, Jackers has come on for Club Brugge. No other changes as far as I can see for Brugge. They're just knocking it around here now. But I'll let you know if there are any changes from Rangers' point of view. Hairy John, do you think Leeds will do well in the Premier League? I don't know. They've signed a couple of half-decent players, haven't they? But I still think they lack a goalkeeper, and I still think they lack a goal scorer. I thought Sunderland were absolute fodder, and they would be going down. But the more I'm seeing the signings coming through for them, I think they might just make a season of it. But Leeds, they've got Bornau, they've got Jakob Bijol, who they've just brought in from Udinese, and I guess we'll see. I'm not confident that Leeds stay up just yet. Danny Farker's not a manager that'll keep them in the Prem. I think he probably takes them down. So I was confident that Leeds would give it a good go, and I was confident that Sunderland would definitely go down, and now it feels like it's switched a little bit. I feel like Sunderland are starting to look more like a Premier League side, and maybe Leeds might end up getting dragged into it. Burnley, I think, certainties to go down, sadly. Right, Diamand has come on. So there's a couple of changes at least here for Rangers. Let me just confirm them. Diamand has definitely come on. Danilo is still on. Tavernier is on. So there you go. And we're off for the second half. Tavernier and Diamand is on. Daniel, none of the promoted teams will get 35 points. They might not need to get 35 points though. Especially if City get that 50-point deduction or 40-point deduction as we're expecting. Nemesha as well. Yeah, Nemesha for Leeds. I saw that one. Not terrible. Ella Chukwu, Burnley, I think have a higher chance of survival as their defence is class. Yeah. I mean, they have just lost quite a few players. Egan Riley's gone. Esteve looks like he might be going. Trafford's going to go to Newcastle, it looks like. So, you know, this great defence that they had, you know, half of it's gone. Stephen McNally, it's Igafani and Tavashite up here, pal. Has Igamani come on? I don't know if Igamani has come on, you know. He's not on the bench. Yeah, Igamani's not even on the bench. Not even on the bench. Barry Weir, no chance. Queen of the South has better pies. Gretna had half-decent pies when we went. They were alright. We went, where did we drive past that day? It was near Eckelfecken. Very near Eckelfecken. Oh, sorry, what's this? Daniel, Man United get more than 35 points. Yeah, just about. 36. Right, Rangers have got the ball here. Just about picking it up and getting hold of it for the first time in this early part of the second half. Torn ball over the top tactics for the second half. Brugge aren't really playing that higher line though, mate. Oh, and they've given it away again here, Rangers. Fast start from Brugge, maybe. Oh, well recovered. Well recovered. Daniel, top 5 worst Premier League managers of all time, interims included. Pepe Mel. Pepe Mel. Roy Hodgson. Nah, I can't have Roy Hodgson. Pepe Mel. Christian Gross. Oof. Long ball forward again. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to have a think about that one. Right, Bruges down the right-hand side here. Yet again, it's gone behind. It's going to be a corner. Cortez got back. And again, you know, I'll say that Cortez working very hard. Russell Martin's outraged on the touchline. He's cutting a very, very animated figure on the touchline. Shouting, screaming. Butland, Aarons, Tavernier, King, Jeff D. This is the second half lineup. Diamand, Bajrami and Rice have come on. So there have been 3 changes in midfield. And the attack is Cortez, Curtis, Danilo. So Rice has come on, Tavernier's come on, Diamand's come on, and Bajrami has come on. Torn, surprised, Bruges have left their B team on. Joe 90 PLD to explain, we despise us and we despise them. It's mutual, worse than using the toffees. Oh no, I know. I'm staying out of it, mate. I am respectfully abstaining. It's not my battle. I don't know it. I don't understand it. I don't want to get involved. It's not my thing. I respect both clubs. I'm leaving out of it. I'm leaving out of it. Call me a soft-hearted Englishman. Softy. Daniel, Chuck Terry O'Connor and De Boer. I mean, De Boer's got to be in there, hasn't he? Yeah, 8 games played, 8 games lost. Mick, 1967, shocking crowd. Maybe not so deluded at last. Been up, yeah, I was disappointed. I'd be interested to hear what the attendance is. I've not seen the attendance just yet. Obviously, it's a 51, is it 51,000 seated at Ibrox? So I would have expected maybe a touch more. But it looks to me... Honestly, I would be amazed if it's more than 10,000. I would be amazed if it's more than 10,000 there. Herbie John Russell's been pushing the players hard in training, so they look tired. Well, look, this is... They've certainly put the effort in. I don't think intensity's been a problem. The quality has been really poor. Corner to Rangers here. Tavernier's picked it up on the right-hand side. Chance for him to get the ball in. Stood up to the far post. Keeper comes out and claims it. Barry Weir, can't believe no English manager has Premier League in over 30 years. To be honest, English managers don't seem to do all that well in the Premier League anymore. Johnny Briggs, 10,000. Well, how many do you think there's been? Oh, Bruges have given it away here. There's a chance for Rangers. Shot. It's 2-1. 2-1, Rangers have stuck it in. Who is it? I think it's Danilo with the finish. Or is it Diamand? I didn't quite see. I think it might be. It's a great finish. Absolutely great finish, that. Wonderful finish. It was a poor pass from Bruges from the left-back spot. It got played in and Cortez picked it up. He laid it off. And it's a lovely, lovely finish, that, from Diamand, who has only been on the pitch a matter of minutes. Curling effort. Low, past the new keeper, Yakkers. It's 2-1. Mick, 1967, effort without ability equates to nothing. I mean, that's true enough, yeah. It's true enough. And they've capitalised on a mistake there, and now they're pushing forward again for the equaliser, possibly. Again, final ball, just not quite right there for Rangers. Just not quite right. But it was Diamand with a fabulous finish. Really, really good finish. Lou, who got subbed on for Trent in the Real Madrid game? I did know that because we watched it last night. Ceballos, Danny Ceballos. Mark Dowie, guys, don't get upset about a friendly. Don't mean anything. That's why I don't go to friendly games. I mean, it's an opportunity to see the team, isn't it? And to kind of make an early judgment maybe on the manager and the way, the style of play, and kind of what immediate impact he's been able to have on some of these players. So I do think it's important. I do think it's worth a watch. But I would say that it's also fair that you can pass judgments on these things, and Rangers haven't been particularly good. They've put a lot of effort in, but the press just hasn't quite been good enough. They've been passed through, and again, there you go. Literally, it's one pass. I swear to God, it's one pass from the Bruges defence, and you've got 3-4 Bruges players running at 2 or 3 Rangers defenders. They've got an overload every single time. Shot from distance, and it's a big save there from Kelly. Sorry, you were saying how many changes did Rangers make? How many changes did Rangers make for the second half? So, Diamand came on, he's just scored. Bayrami came on. Bailey Rice came on. And Tavernier. So I think it was 4. Daniel, top English managers will get poached for the England job before moving to a Big 5 club. Oh, hey, I mean, Southgate and Eddie Howe are probably the only 2 at the minute. And Southgate's shocking. No top club wants him. Same with, Eddie Howe, again, we don't know. Mark Dowie, Rangers need some older guys in the team who've won leagues, at least 3, to blend in with the inexperienced players. Alba Stuff, Key, can we get a big shout out to the Terriers and Tigs in the comments, lad? I don't know who they are, Chief. I wish I could. I'll say it but I don't know what they are. I'm incredibly naive. Kieran, do you think Ben Yedder could be a Premier League player? No. And beside the fact that he's kind of past it, isn't there still an ongoing court case with Ben Yedder? Hasn't he been a bit, I think a bit naughty would be underplaying it ever so slightly. William, Butland's... Oh, Butland's in goal. Yes, he is. I apologise. So it's 5 then. It's 5 changes. Butland's in goal. They've basically completely changed the midfield. Bayrami, Bailey Rice and Diamand's coming on. And they've got Tavernier as well. Daniel, how's the first 6 months been living your dream job? I've watched a lot of footy. I can't say I've made much money, I'm pennies from it so far. But, yeah, it's good fun. You get to watch a lot of football. It's nice. Certainly makes a change. I've had all sorts of different jobs. I've worked in a warehouse. I've worked in a hospital. I've worked night shifts. I've been a sales director in the city. I've ran my own business. I've kind of done a bit of everything. I've been a success. I've been fired. I've done all sorts in my life. But this is something different. So we'll see. Football Sheds, Wigan must have the best pies. Wigan do not have the best pies, I assure you of that. Absolutely assure you of that. Rangers picking the ball up now on the edge of the box. It's going to be a foul. It's going to be a foul. Daniel Southgate to Man United soon. Football Sheds, Everton are no rival. They win nothing. True enough. Like I said, and this is why I said I would argue that the Old Firm is bigger than the Merseyside derby for that reason. And that's from a Liverpool fan. So yeah, I have no problem saying that. Joe 90 takes time to make cash on YouTube. You have to stick at it and build slowly. No, I agree, mate. Like I said, I give myself a year. I give myself a year. I quit my job and I give myself a year to try and make something of it. So, listen, check in with me around Christmas time. I might have crashed and burned, but you know that's the plan. I've quit my job, and the wife did as well. Funnily enough, we both did it. She quit hers, I quit mine. She's doing TikTok and all sorts, and she's probably making more money than I am. I'm making peanuts, literally. But I'm watching footy, so it's a good laugh. But skint, certainly skint. Not that I'm crying poverty. Like I say, I'm watching footy and we're all good for a bit. Mark Dowie, Gareth Southgate, good manager. Would have loved him at Ibrox. Got England to finals. I just don't think Southgate's the right man for England and the right man for Premier League teams at the minute. Sir Gareth as it is now, obviously. Daniel, can you talk about stories of you getting sacked? Well, it's only been, how many times have I actually been sacked? Twice I've been sacked. I'll tell you what. I mean, to be honest, yeah, and that's in like how long? 20 years of working. So twice. And I'll tell you one in a sec if you want. Joe 90, good luck. Fortune favours the brave. Well, hey, I'm hoping so. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it all falls to bits and it's a terrible. In which case, so what? I've watched a bit of footy for a year. I'll go and get a job in January. No probs. It's fine. Mark Stenhouse, you're not a football punter. Go back to your job. Hey, Mark, I've had that advice, mate. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, Mark. You could be right. It could be the worst decision I've ever made. But I'll heed your warning. The Gaming J, fair play, buddy. Chase your dreams. You're going to get one go at this life. Well, that's true enough. Mick 1967, don't forget to pay your taxes. Rangers picking the ball up here. Chance. Skied it. Was Tavernier in the box. Pulled it back to Aaron's, and Aaron's got inside on his left foot. And, yeah, skied it over the bar. Not good enough. Mark Dowie, will Rangers sign Owen Beck? Jeff D isn't good enough, consistent enough week in, week out. Owen Beck would be a great signing for anyone. Owen Beck's a fantastic young left-back. Really liked him at Liverpool. To be honest, I wouldn't be averse to keeping Owen Beck as our left-back. Well, I mean, we've got Andy Robertson and we've got Kirkes, but, you know, if we didn't have maybe if Andy Robertson had gone to Atletico Madrid, I'd have no problem keeping Owen Beck, top player. Harry John, I think Liverpool will win the Premier League again. I can't see anyone giving them any competition apart from City. No, I'd agree. Yeah, I'd agree. James, good luck, mate. Take some balls to do what you're doing. Shot, good save. Rangers pushing forward again now. Good save that by Yakkers. Football Sheds, Diomandi, its pronunciation. I'm calling him Diamand. Usman Diamand. But maybe Diamandi, whatever. I'll take that under advisement. Brian, what's the latest on Man City in the courts? The latest is that an announcement is expected this month. A ruling is expected this month in July at some point on whether or not City are guilty of any or all of those charges. So we'll see. We'll see with City. If I'm dead honest, it'll still take another 6 to 12 months beyond that, because once they've actually found them either guilty or not, they've still then got to decide what the punishment is, so it'll take a while. Corner to Rangers here. Why is it taking so long to get this taken? I don't think there was a VAR, you know. Oh, Cortez has gone off. Cortez has been subbed off here now for Rangers. Who's come on? Didn't see the change there. Mark Dowie, ball floated over to the far post. Is it 2-2? Is it 2-2? Has it gone in? I don't think it has. It's gone wide. It's Tavernier at the back post. Yeah, into the side netting. I thought it had gone in, but it was into the side netting. Very nearly 2-2 there. Tavernier back stick. Another change for Club Brugge as well. They're not even showing who they are, who's coming off and who's coming on. Just know that there's changes. Football Sheds, I don't think any Rangers fans will like the new takeover. Charity Case loves to watch football, misses subs and doesn't know players. Mate, you should see the coverage on Rangers TV. I'm not being funny. You should see the coverage. It's literally barely showing the actual subs taking place. It's just showing maybe, like it just showed then Cortez walking off the pitch. Just showed Cortez. Listen, it ain't just me. If you go on to Flash Scores or FotMob or SofaScore, half of them aren't even showing what the subs are. So it can't be just me. You can't see who's coming on. They're not showing who the subs are. Mick 1967. Once upon a time, there was a team called Rangers, liquidated 2012. Now only a name on the title deeds. Aiko Farves, show us for a second. I really can't, mate. I'm sorry. Can't do it. I'd love to, but I can't. Joe 90, Cortez is worse than useless. He's had a rough one, yeah. He's had a rough one today. It's not been his best game. Hutton has come on. That's who it is. Hutton's come on for Rangers for Cortez. So substitutes on. Oh, sorry. Ridvan, Fernandez, McCausland, Gentles. They've all come on, and Hutton as well. So there's been 5 changes. So those changes were a good 5 minutes ago, and they've just shown them on the screen then for about 5 seconds. John Hill breaking on Sky News. Russell Martin in talks for the City job. I mean, it's knocked all the way back here now to Butland. Heel Eddie, hey Key, you okay, pal? Yeah, good to see you, man. How's it going? Good to have you on the channel, as always. Kieran, do you know this stream is named Real Madrid v Dortmund Live? No, I didn't know that, but I assume I've just left it on TikTok. I apologise. Here we go. Rangers giving the ball away again. Bruges down the right-hand side. It's gone out. It's going to be a corner to Bruges. It's number 84. It's the young lad we were talking about before this game, by the way. Chandra Campbell, the South African centre forward. Lots and lots expected of him. Very highly rated. Mark Stenhouse, sorry mate, but you won't last a quarter of the season with your commentary on games you know nothing about and no research done on players. Listen, I'm not doing commentary on games. That's not the purpose of it. I'm not doing commentary on games. It's a watch along. If you don't like it, drift. Leg it. Go and pay for them. Go and pay for it on Rangers TV. Watch it yourself. RFC, when you watch the Rangers game on Champions League qualifier, go on to TNT Sport, it's better. Well, at least TNT Sport will say when players are coming on and off. You literally can't see players coming on and off. They're not even showing them. They're not even showing them coming on and off. It's literally, you might add a push see. It's literally the same camera angle, just going like that. It's not zooming in on players or anything like that. John Livingston, do you find it strange there's loads of Tims watching and commenting on a Rangers game? I mean, I guess it doesn't really happen all that much. I don't think there'd be that many Liverpool fans commenting on an Everton pre-season game. I don't think there'd be that many Everton fans commenting on a Liverpool pre-season game. So I guess it's unique, I'd say that. I don't know if this would happen on a Celtic pre-season. Maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to do a Celtic pre-season game. We'll see if there's many Rangers fans come into that one. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, it's unique to have so many Celtic fans in. I never would have expected this many Celtic fans in. But again, I don't know if that's unique. Maybe if I do a Celtic game, we'll see the same with Rangers fans. I don't know, but it's definitely, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen with Liverpool and Man United, or Liverpool and Everton, or certainly not to this degree. John Livingston, never happened, bud. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, mate. I couldn't tell you. Mark Dowie, why did Gio Van go to Liverpool as the number 2? I know. Do you know what? I thought that was quite interesting. I mean, he's managed in a European Cup final, hasn't he? So I wouldn't have said he would have gone and been a number 2, but yeah, why not? Johnny Heitinga, we've just got rid of. He's gone to Ajax. We needed a good number 2. Gio Van Bronckhorst comes in. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on. Obviously, the Dutch element is there at Liverpool. It's all a bit scrappy this now in the final third. Not really an awful lot going on, if I'm really honest. I think and that does tend to happen, doesn't it? All these changes does tend to throw games a little bit. Soon as you make lots of substitutions in a game, it feels like it loses its momentum. The team's kind of goes a bit disjointed for a while, and that's what we're seeing here. It's literally head tennis in the middle of the park. There's not been any sort of concerted, extended spell of possession for either team. They've all been giving it away. Willie Stewart, as a Rangers fan, I'm not interested in anything they do. Okay, well, like I said, I don't know. Aidan McEwen, do you support Rangers or what? No, I don't support Rangers. I don't support... I have just enough energy to support Liverpool, but I watch Rangers. I watch teams for a living. Chance for Rangers, offside. Mark Dowie, do you think Rangers are ready for the Champions League qualifiers 21st of July? Well, we'll be watching them on here. Panathinaikos, home and away. We'll be doing both legs. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I do think Rangers are probably a bit off the pace at the moment. Look, based on today's evidence, I think Panathinaikos probably have the edge on them. But ultimately, this is a very, very changed side, so you can't put too much stock in this. But I would say it's not a great start. Sharpie, you sound like Rate My Takeaway. I used to look like Rate My Takeaway. I've lost 5 stone doing this, but I used to look like him. Still look a little bit like him. Lay off the neeps and tatties. RFC, what do you think for the Champions League qualifier? Do you think Rangers will win or no? I think Rangers, they've got a good chance. Panathinaikos are no great, they're no great team. Couple of half-decent players. Rangers can give them a game, but it just really depends. This has been a tough start for Russell Martin. Tavernier's playing at centre-back here. Ball into the box for Rangers, cleared away by Brugge. Daniel, how much did it cost to watch this game? I think it was £7. I think it was £7 or £8. It was something like that. Football Shed's £19 for this Rangers game. No, it was £7 or £8. It was. You could get this game for. William, everything changes versus Panathinaikos. Ibrox will be sold out and rocking. All new signings will start. Rangers should have too much first qualify. I would think so too. Yeah, I would think so. It's a different, and I understand that. It's a different team. It's going to be a different game, different environment, different atmosphere. And that'll all affect things. And you can see the players are working for it. The players are running around. They're doing maybe as much as they can do in terms of intensity and effort, but the quality of the press has been really poor. It's been really, really poor. Mark Stenhouse, only way Russell Martin is manager is because no one else would take it. Tav does play there as he's our best centre-back apart from John Souttar. Really? I thought Tavernier... See, this is it. I've not watched Rangers all that much last season because I thought Tavernier was still playing at right-back. Obviously, as players get older, they tend to lose that little bit of pace, and maybe moving him into centre-back was wise, but I just based it off a lot of people saying Tavernier's passed it and they wanted him sold. That was the feedback I got from Rangers fans in the chat. Tavernier's shocking, he should be sold. And then, I'm only used to him at right back and I see him popping up at centre back. Leslie, Celtic, the only British club to have been pumped out of all 3 European comps in the same season. Football Sheds, Aiden, it's just the start of a massive journey. Fans need to be patient. They're clearly taking punts in the hope they get sold for big bucks. RFC, do you like the new Rangers kit? Yeah, it's alright, isn't it? It's not bad. Need to get one behind me here. Right, free kick here for Rangers. Oh, sorry, goal kick for Rangers. It's played short, which they've been trying to do all game, really. They've tried to start, I suppose, encouraging the press from Club Brugge. And we might see a little bit more of that, because Russell Martin did that at Southampton last season. That was one of the functions of Russell Martin's Southampton side last year, wasn't it? Was that they used to encourage the keeper to take the ball at the feet and play it very, very short within the lines of the penalty area. And that got him in trouble an awful lot of the time. Is Butland going to be good enough with his feet to do that? And to accept that sort of pressure? I don't know. He stood there about maybe 10 yards outside of his box with the ball at his feet, and then he's decided to pump it long, which completely goes against Russell Martin's philosophy. And they've given it away, so that's probably why. Bruges, you get it back. See, Bruges have gone direct quite a lot. Lovely little flick on. Bruges in behind here now. Really, really smart play from, I think, is it Diamand at the back? Diamandi. Sorry, I was called out for saying that before. The question is, why are Rangers signing second-rated players and expect a challenge? I don't know. Is it an issue with investment? Have they not got the cash? Will, I know this was a friendly, but the player choices in this match are really weird. Fans are just done with some of these guys and want to see no more. Chris Bradley, Rangers fans talking about Europe is void. Celtic have won 26 trophies. The last time they won a Champions League game. It's brutal. Brutal. Aiden, can't say nothing about Rangers' new manager. Needs style of play. New style of play. Second game back takes time. Yeah, that's true enough. Willie, is Trent getting grief from Liverpool fans for not attending Jota's funeral? No. Listen, Alisson didn't attend Jota's funeral. Salah didn't attend Jota's funeral. Luis Diaz didn't attend Jota's funeral. Players have had quite, I guess, prior commitments and things like that, and they're in far, far flung parts of the world doing other things. And obviously the funeral was incredibly quick. You know, Jota died on, was it Thursday morning? Or was it, yeah, Thursday morning. He was literally, there was a wake on Friday and buried on Saturday. So, yeah, it's like a 72-hour turnaround, as is common in Portuguese culture. I think is obviously relatively common in several religions, Islam and Catholicism as well to a degree. But yeah, 72 hours wake, funeral, so short notice, and maybe some players just couldn't get back. But yeah, I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo didn't go for different reasons, didn't he? But lots of players didn't go. Lots of ex-teammates didn't go to Jota's funeral. Corner here to Rangers. It's going to be Tavernier to take it from the left-hand side this time. Aiko, you're saying 2-2 draw. Could well be. Ball whipped in, header, and it's come all the way out to the far side. Brugge get it away, just about scrambled clear. Brugge pushing out to try and keep a high line. Ball whipped in again, headed clear, and Brugge pick it up and cleared away. Long ball forward. Mawson, the score is 2-1. Club Brugge 2, Rangers 1. Here's Chandra Campbell with the ball through the middle. Good change. Good change of pace to just clear it away. Ball goes all the way back to Butland. Oh, Butland's give it away. Again, this is what we were talking about. That might be a penalty. Or is it a free kick? There you go. This is what we were talking about with Butland. Ball to feet. Not quite able to just get hold of it. It just... Man, honestly, every time the ball goes back to Butland's feet, I'm really cautious. Football shed, St Helens man. Rangers Rangers don't have much money to spend. Need to clear out the driftwood. Aidan, I keep hearing Liverpool is a part of Ireland. No, we're not a part of Ireland. Attendance at Ibrox is 29,480, they say. Not a chance. I would be astonished. That doesn't look half full. That doesn't look half full. That looks like an absolute minimum of maybe a third at best. Again, I said 10,000. Maybe I'll extend it to 15, but I don't think it'd be much more than that. Mark Dowie, you rate the Southampton goalkeeper Ramsdale. He was linked with a loan deal. Well, I mean, look, he was, signed by Russell Martin, wasn't he, last year at Southampton? And I just don't think that... No, I don't think he is the right signing, per se, for Rangers. He's maybe a touch better with his feet than Butland, but he's not great with his feet. Billy Dodd said the Rangers squad is miles off it. Martin needs at least 3 windows to sort the squad out. Second, a cup win and out of the group in the Europa is about the best this season will offer. Do you don't think you get through then? So you think that the Champions League is going to be a stretch too far? You don't think you qualify against Panathinaikos? Mark Stenhouse, why do Rangers keep on giving second-rated players on over-the-age players 3 to 4 year contracts? I don't know why Rangers don't keep looking for quality in the sort of, not the lower leagues as such, but it feels like some of the best players Rangers have had over the last few years have come from sort of far-flung European leagues and South American leagues, and we've seen the success that Celtic have had with, Japanese, South Korean players and things like that. Could Rangers not sort of get back in to... Obviously, they picked up Morelos. Morelos was it Helsinki they picked Morelos up from? It's certainly the Finnish league, wasn't it? Again, there should be more chances taken from Rangers on players from those sorts of leagues. Because there is quality available in those leagues. I mean, it's sparse, but there is quality available. We've seen it. I've got the receipts to prove we've watched a lot of those leagues on this channel. And you can't put too much stock in one-off appearances, one-off performances, but does feel like there's quality in those leagues. Sweden, how many players have come out of Swedish leagues recently, gone to like, maybe slightly better leagues like Belgium, and then within a season they're off to Dortmund or, top European teams. So, just feels like they need to take a couple of chances. Stevie Moore, Rangers have to play 2 or 3 qualifiers for the Champions League. I think it's only the second round that they're in, though, aren't they? I think Rangers go in at the... Is it Rangers are in the second round against Panathinaikos? Yeah, it's a second round qualifier, so they've maybe got one tie against Panathinaikos and another tie against someone else, and they're in. Sid, what's the score, man? Toronto, it's Rangers 2, Rangers 1, Bruges 2. Johnny Briggs, Morelos was pish. I mean, he was one of the decent centre forwards you've had for a while, and he turned out to be a bit pish in the end. But he was for a while, and he was a bit of a head case. But he was very decent. There's not been many better for Rangers in recent years. Football Sheds, Rangers have got no chance to get into the Champions League. Some massive clubs in them ties. The Slabbering Cabbage, have they punted Igamane yet for 15 million? No, not just yet. Not just yet. Sid, who scored? So it was Vetlesen for Club Brugge from a mistake. Rangers kind of lost the ball in transition. They weren't all that good, Rangers, in losing the ball in midfield. It was a shot from Vetlesen from the edge of the box. Kelly kind of probably should have done a touch better, parried it out, came back to Vetlesen, and he just passed it into an empty net. So that was 1-0. Then the second goal was from Ludovic Rees. Absolute worldie of a shot, which looks like it's going to be the winner at this point. Volley from the edge of the area, very much akin to Zinedine Zidane's famous Champions League final goal at Hampden Park against Bayer Leverkusen. Wonderful goal. And then, just after half-time, they brought Diamande on. Diamande just seizing on a poor back pass, really, from Club Brugge. Cortez found him, and it was a lovely little curling pass into the bottom corner. Curling shot into the bottom corner. And it was 2-1. And then we've not really had many other chances in the 25 minutes or so since. It's been pretty dreadful. Lots and lots of changes tend to do that, Lots of changes tend to do that. The game's gone a little bit disjointed, and it's not quite been the same since we've had 4, 5, 6 changes from each team. It's been difficult to get them back into any sort of a rhythm. Joe 90, we like being underestimated. It brings out the best in us. Yeah, I mean, look, maybe Rangers can spring a shock against Panathinaikos. They're not necessarily underdogs in that one. I do think there's a world where you get past Panathinaikos. Just depends on who you draw in the next round. Joe Porter, it's like watching pish versus shite. Mark Dowie, guys, Rangers need some players who's won league titles, leadership, characters, good attitude. Sid, putting Dowell and the likes in the shop window. Yeah, there's probably an element of that as well. Quite a few people said in the chat they were surprised that Dowell played. They never thought they'd see Dowell play at all for Rangers again. But, he's gone off the pitch. He only played the first half and he's gone off. I think the same with Proper as well, who got quite a bit of criticism in the chat. Jonathan Herbert, no pace in this squad. We need wingers who can run. Can't believe we don't have a striker. I'm sorry, but we are so behind. Cheese Hunters. Good to see you, Cheese Hunters. Or Cheese Hunter X. Depends on who they sign from now until the tie. Current Rangers squad doesn't get past Panathinaikos. Well, not if they play like this, and not if they play with these lads here. But there's certainly some players Rangers... I think there's... Again, don't underestimate the power of Ibrox when it's full, when it's bouncing on a European night. They could get past Panathinaikos if they get a decent result away from home, and they're still in the tie, then you've got to think maybe they could do. I think the first leg is at Ibrox though, isn't it? Am I right in saying that? I think the first leg's at Ibrox, so they might have to they might have to do well in the first game and then hang on to it away in Greece. Mark Dowie, is Che Adams a good player? No, he's just one of the many Premier League players who seem to be going to Serie A and making a little bit of a career for themselves. I mean, Scott McTominay wasn't a brilliant Premier League player, but he's gone over there and become, basically player of the season. Billy Gilmour is thriving in Serie A. Che Adams is thriving in Serie A. He scored, I think, was it 11, 12 goals for Torino last season. And it's the same with a lot of British players. Ollie McBurney going over to Spain and playing for Las Palmas. He's kind of reinvented himself over there. Wouldn't surprise me if Dominic Calvert-Lewin does the same. Gaz, if this is the style of football we have to watch all season, I'll be ending my season ticket. It has been dour. It has been dour. John Hill, bring Beale back with Slippy G. Good for more comedy goals. Slippy G won't be going anywhere just yet. He's got to stay out of the UK for 2 years. Otherwise, all that lovely Saudi tax-free money goes. He has to pay money on it. So he'll be staying out of the UK for another year at least. There's no chance he gets a job again in the UK, at least for another year. Nash Gaming, the biggest issue for Rangers isn't having the money to buy players, it's the financial fair play rule by UEFA, which limits what they can actually spend. Do you think there's a chance that maybe they sell some players like, Raskin and Diamande, who are obviously linked with moves away? Premier League club, I think Everton have been linked with both of those. Club Brugge giving the ball away, and Rangers have picked it up here. And he's through. It's 1v1. Chance. It's 2-2. What a finish that is. What a fabulous finish that is. It's 2-2 and Russell Martin's bouncing there. He's absolutely loving it on the touchline. It's 2-2. Fabulous bit of play there on the counter-attack. It's Finlay Curtis who scored it, the young 18-year-old. Just trying to see who it is who set him up. I think it might have been Bailey Rice. Was it Bailey Rice who set him up? Oh no, it's Bajrami, sorry. Bajrami picks the ball up. Drives past a couple of players in the Club Brugge midfield, gets to the edge of the area, lays it off to Finlay Curtis, who opens his body up. Beautiful finish. Opens his body up. Thierry Henry-esque. Passes it across the keeper into the far corner. Gives him the eyes to the near post. Passes it into the bottom corner. And it's 2-2. Quite a few people in the chat said 2-2 as well. Mark Dowie, Raskin and Dio will leave. Your loyal Muppet, it's just a friendly, doesn't mean anything, all about game time for Son. That's true enough, yeah, that's very true. Cheese Hunters, it's key that Rangers get into the Champions League. It's the reason we've left them behind financially. We were getting more for getting knocked out the group stages than Rangers got reaching that Europa final. Yeah, that is true. It makes a massive difference, doesn't it? And this is why that Panathinaikos qualifier is going to be big for Rangers. Hopefully they get to that third qualifying round and maybe they get a fortunate draw. You never know. They're going to have to get something. James Linton who scored. It was Finlay Curtis with the goal. I think there's not going to be any extra time. We've hit the 90 minutes now. And there you go. The rest blown up. It has finished 2-2. A late goal from Finlay Curtis to get Rangers back on level terms. Bruges raced into a 2-goal lead in the first half. A couple of fantastic goals, really. Vetleson and Rees with an absolute worldie. And then, Rangers come out second half, different team, couple of changes. And, yeah, you've got to give credit to Russell Martin at least for that. It wasn't the best performance. I've got to say it was the energy, the effort was there from Rangers. The energy was certainly there. The intensity was there. But it was a really, really tough, ground-out draw in the end. Sid, how did Danilo look today? I mean, again, maybe a little bit exposed. I would say. It wasn't a particularly fruitful front line for him. You know, when I say exposed, I mean he was vulnerable. He was isolated. There was not really anything for him to do. He kind of had to drop deep and make it, make a lot of things work himself, and he just couldn't do it, Just couldn't do it. Right, so yeah, Rangers, they've sorted the first friendly of the pre-season. Is it first or second friendly from the pre-season? Barry Mackay subscribed. Good luck, mate. Better off a job if you can keep it going, or belter of a job if you can keep it going. Cheers, Barry. Like I say, maybe I'll be back again for Rangers in the Panathinaikos game, so maybe you'll see me then. And revisit around Christmas time. Maybe we'll see if I'm still going. But thanks very much, man. I appreciate the subs. I appreciate you subscribing and following and liking. It's a massive, massive help. Leslie, oh God, the chat's been interesting today, if nothing else. The chat has been absolutely mental today. What do we think in terms of... Oh, Leslie, good luck on the YouTube journey, pal. Stick at it. Hope it comes good for you. To all the Celtic fans, thanks for supporting us yet again. It never goes unnoticed. LFC fan YouTube's popping off today. Well, look. I mean, a massive thank you to everyone that has watched. What do we think Rangers against Panathinaikos looks like, though, in terms of... do we think there's any possibility Rangers make signings between now and then? It's the 20... Is it the 21st or the 23rd, that one? When do Rangers play Panathinaikos? Rangers, Panathinaikos. First leg. 22nd of July, right? 22nd is the first at Ibrox, and then they go to Greece on the 30th. Do you think there's ever a real chance that they could move some players out and bring some players in the 2 weeks or so till that comes? I mean, you guys know Rangers' finances a lot better than I do. What's the chances of that happening? Just feels like I don't know, yeah, a frustrating next couple of weeks for Rangers fans until they get to the point of being able to move some players on. Obviously, Kieran Dowell's one of them. Proper's another one. Who else might be vulnerable, I guess, from today's side? Who else have Rangers brought in? Leslie, 7 players missing that are likely feature against the Greeks. Will be a tough game, one thing for sure. Scotland's most dedicated fans will be behind us. Celtic FC. Oh, no. Right, so yeah, let's have a look and I'll tell you where it's up to. Oh, hang on a second. Oscar Cortez only signed this summer, didn't he? Was he on loan last year? 16 games last year, 1 goal, and you paid £4.5 million for him from Lens. That's not a great signing. Joe Rothwell, Emmanuel Fernandez, Thilo Asgard, Max Aarons, and Lyle Cameron have all come in. And Balogun, Yanis Hadji, and Tom Lawrence have all gone. Where's Yanis Hadji gone? That feels like a mad move. He's still only 26, Yanis Hadji. Why has Yanis Hadji left? I mean, I could understand. Balogun's gone to Cyprus, hasn't he? He's gone to Limassol. Tom Lawrence has left. But I'm amazed. I'm absolutely amazed that Yanis Hadji's gone. At least, if nothing else, as a squad player, he was all right, wasn't he? Played more for Rangers than anyone else. I know he's been out on loan, hasn't he? He went to Spain for a bit, but mad. Yeah, I would have thought Rangers would have kept hold of him just as a squad player. William Rothwell starts, Asgard starts right away. Igamane, if not sold, starts. Connor Cody will start if he signs. Boy from Wolves is close to signing, and we are linked with numerous attackers. Yes. Yolo Muppet, injury prone. Hadji, Sherney gone, yes, as well. Slabber and Cabbage, the Americans won't be stuffing money away. It's a decade of austerity doing the governed way. Carter, they'll be outside Ibrox with Martin out, scribbled onto a skid-marked bedsheet in December. Well, the polls still very, very undecided. Some people think he's a top manager. Some think he'll be sacked by Christmas, and a third just about undecided. So it's going to be a rough start, I would argue, for Russell Martin. Time will tell whether or not he's able to sustain it. But yeah, I mean, Panathinaikos aren't at any great shakes, you know. Like, we watched a little bit of Greek football on this channel as well, and they're not any great shakes. They're really not. Like, if you look at the quality of player they've got in their side, see, their star midfielder is Pedro Chirivella, who used to play for Liverpool, and he was shite. He was absolutely shocking. So there's nobody else. Facundo Pelistri, who used to play for United, you might recognise him. Dragowski, the Polish goalkeeper, you know, maybe him as well. So Dragowski, Jedvaj, Pelistri, Chirivella. Oh, and Tete as well. Tete, who did have a short spell at Leicester City, but no top player there. So, you know, I just think, yeah, Rangers can give them a game. They shouldn't go into that game with fear. They can give Panathinaikos a game. They're not anything fantastic. Mick 1967, Tavernier still the best player. There's quite a few people in the chat saying Tavernier should be gone, you know. Your loyal Muppet, £17 million striker at Panathinaikos. Who's the £17 million striker? Unitas. Even Unitas isn't brilliant, though. Yeah, newly promoted Ipswich offered 22.5 million for Unitas last summer, but Panathinaikos turned it down. But he got 6 goals in 26 games for Panathinaikos last season. Like, can you imagine if Ipswich had signed him? If Ipswich had paid 22 million for Unitas from Panathinaikos, and he got 6 in 26 last year in Greece, in what world? How does he do better in the Premier League? Football Shed, St Helens man who scored the Rangers goal just now. It was Finlay Curtis. Finlay Curtis got the second. Lovely finish as well. Really, really lovely finish. It was an assist from Bajrami. Am I saying that right? Bajrami or Bayrami? Bajrami. Bajrami with the assist. Laid it off to him. And he opened his body up and slotted it into the bottom corner. Really, really good goal. 2-2. Right, and we're live again, by the way, in about 30 minutes time for the Women's Euros. Again, I don't know if people are at all interested in the Women's Euros. If you've been watching the Women's Euros, it's been quite interesting. It's been quite entertaining. So we're live in 30 minutes for the Women's Euros. 2 games in the Women's Euros, actually. First off, it's Norway against Finland. And then tonight, Switzerland against Iceland. So, all the Scandinavian teams and Switzerland. So that'll be good fun. And then we're back to the Club World Cup on Tuesday. Club World Cup, Chelsea against Fluminense on Tuesday night. Wednesday night is Real Madrid against PSG in the other semi-final. And then the final is on the 12th of July, I believe, in the US. So, yeah, final of the Club World Cup will be kicking off about then too. William Tav deserves respect. He's been outstanding over his 10 years. 270 goals and assists in just over 500 games. Captained the team to a European final and stopped 10 in a row. Yeah, I agree. I think that's going to be all right. You know, I think Tavernier's a really, really solid player. I know he's getting on, but I think he's still a good player. Should be one to keep around, even if nothing else, just for having the experience and the leadership. Slabbering Cabbage, anyway. Good stream, mate. New sub. Thank you very much, mate. Cheers for that. Massive thank you. MCG, season ticket money well spent. Here they come again. They'll be out of the Champions League, Rangers. No way they're navigating 3 qualifiers. Isn't it only 2? Isn't it only 2 qualifiers? Because the Panathinaikos game is the second... It's the second leg. Or the second round. So they only need to play two. It's two qualifiers. They play Panathinaikos, they'll play someone else, and then they're into the league phase. So who could they play is the question. Who could they play in the third qualifying round? Here we go. Champions League qualifying phase. I'll tell you. So second qualifying round is Rangers versus Panathinaikos. And then the third round will be... I mean, Celtic are in the third round. As are Bodo Glimt. But they're seeded in the third round. Bâle and Sturm Graz as well could be in. So, yeah, Celtic have a playoff round to play. Rangers just have one extra against Panathinaikos. If Rangers get past Panathinaikos, which, if I'm really honest, I think they could do, then there's no reason at all why, they couldn't be reaching the league phase same as Celtic. You just never know. Football Sheds, thanks St. Helens, man, for the show. Cheers, man, thank you, good to see you. Hopefully see you again soon for another one coming up. Mick1967, new subscriber, hail, obviously you have a brain and prefer Celtic. I don't mind either team, they're alright with me. But yes, thank you, massive thank you to everyone that has followed, liked, subscribed, all that good stuff. I'll see you all maybe on the next stream if you're around, or I'll see you on a stream in future. We are live again, like I say, in 25 minutes or so for the Women's Euros. Norway against Iceland? Finland. Norway, Finland, Switzerland, Iceland is tonight. So yeah, join me for that one if you want to. And yeah, lots of love. Thank you for everyone that has commented and liked and all that good stuff. Take it easy, and I'll see you soon.